Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
I was trying to time that just right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stone's Live Poker. I am Jake Rosensteel here with
Valerie Cross.
And 5'5" Nolan Holden tonight.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. A couple of players that we've seen before, a couple of players we have not that I'm really unfamiliar with. But we got Kelly G back.
She's awesome.
She's a blast. Lots of fun to play
Kelly.
with. John right behind her in seat 2. John's got gears. We've seen him make some big moves in some big spots. I love watching John play. Alex R and Daniel M in seats 3 and 4 respectively. I'm not overly familiar with them. I haven't seen them play before. I don't know. Maybe I've played with them and it's the worst. Like I can't. Poker players, they all sort of kind of like blend together, and like I see people at the grocery store. I'm like, I know you from like I don't know. And it's all kind of like the same.
Very true.
Peter's in seat 5, Marty in seat 6. Do we know Marty? We all know Peter.
I'm not sure. Marty has the
Got a pretty solid
nice,
looking hat on.
Yeah, sweet hat.
Yeah, he's got way more style. I can never pull that off. I look like I'm trying too hard when I'm like trying to think like it's like, geez, Jake, just stop. Put
Confirmed.
It away. Brian, welcome back, Brian. Haven't had him on a stream in a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while.
Brian's a blast.
Yeah, he's a regular.
A lot of gears. Reggie, we saw in the the 5-10 game that we just had before. Reggie put on a couple good moves. Picked off Arish a couple times, and Jeremy in seat 9. So I don't know if you get to catch the last Veronica and Friends game. That was Wednesday. That was a hot mess as usual. I mean, how else do you describe it?
Wine Wednesday, hot mess.
Wednesday. It's just
barrels away. I don't know.
Oh god.
A lot of ways to explain it.
Yeah, and I really feel like there's a lot of explaining that needs to be done. Like you gotta like you see what happened was.
What happened was they ordered a bunch of bottles of wine.
And then
they consumed the wine.
And then gravity happened and everyone fell over.
It's only natural. So yeah, welcome guys to the chat. See some of our regulars.
Rick and Barstow, T-Berg. T-Berg was in the Veronica and Friends game.
Yeah, we got to meet. We got to put some faces with some
That was
of
really
these
cool,
names.
right? We all
Yeah.
got to hang out a little bit and like finally get to see like, oh man, you totally don't look at all like I envisioned you.
Exactly. You know, you just get to know people through a screen name, and then.
Master C 707. We have there in the chat box. He brought us some beer. From his buddy's brewery, Fog Belt, I believe it was. Fog Belt? Fog Belt.
I believe you.
Really, it was good stuff. I don't know. I got a little tuned up. It was
Really
awesome.
delicious.
Yeah, it's mostly amazing.
T-Berg, please specify which V you're referring to.
What a mess.
I mean, there are plenty of days when you can say that about me, but that just wasn't one of them.
That wasn't one of them. Not that day. Fat Train.
I was on my best behavior.
Bomb 89. Welcome. Ryan 00714. JFK Stones TD. He's on vacation.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, what a workaholic. Like, dude, like, take a break. Like,
he can't stop
you're
himself.
in Hawaii. Let it go, man.
Wow.
Just take a breath. He's like, I don't know. The show's on. I better tune in right now.
He did the same thing when he went to like Iceland or something, and
right?
He's just tuning in.
I just want to check the reception
like
from around the country. Like, make sure that the show, like, you can still get it over on the other side of the world.
Business trips? He's just trying to.
Oh man, that's
see
wonderful.
How we're being received in other countries.
Yeah, wizard.
Great idea.
Angry Pollock.
States? Sorry.
States?
Nothing.
Countries?
Nothing. I'm bad at geometry.
Drake RX, what's up, brother? Alright, I think we're ready to see some cards here.
Alright, so John sitting with 1.5k, Peter with 1,000, Brian.
It's
up
5-5. Everyone's at least 100 bigs. Should make for some pretty good poker.
Yep. Got some deep stack poker coming at ya.
Looks like Reggie's gonna go ahead and limp in here under the gun. King, queen off. This game's been going on for a little while, so these players probably already developing a little bit of dynamic here. I don't know how much limping Reggie's been doing, but and I honestly don't recall from the 5-10 game. But then that was a whole different dynamic. He had a lot of really loose cannons in that last 5-10 game that we had Reggie on versus this game. Well, we don't know. Some of these players I don't know.
Guess we'll see.
They might all be loose cannons. The man that wears a hat like that, you just can't trust him. I don't know. And I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, for sure.
John makes it 30 to go with a 6-3 of spades. I love John. I got 6 high.
Nice.
30. Eat it.
He must know that this is the first hand on
Right?
the stream. Do it for the stream, man. Do it for the stream.
John's gonna get 4-way action here. Oddly enough, and he's in position. 10-6-4, 2 hearts. Brian flops top. Jeremy hits a pair of 4s. Brian does hit his 6. And Reggie's got 2 overs. It looks like Jeremy's gonna fire right out into John. He bets 20 to a $145 pot.
Interesting bet there. I mean, it feels like the old traditional feeler bet,
Right?
which usually gets raised.
And
Traditionally gets raised.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see here. There it is. John's going to play right back at him, keep continuing to rep a
Interesting.
strong hand. Now, I wonder if on some weird level, and I know I usually try to overthink everything, but oh no, it's Jeremy that led, not Brian. I'm sorry, Brian didn't lead it. No, wow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jeremy led,
Jeremy led
yeah.
with the 4, wow.
Yeah.
And there it is. And because John raised, gives Brian a full top pair top kicker. I don't know, just when I saw the lead
Wow,
there,
interesting.
I just snapped, just assumed ace-10 was leading in that
Right.
spot.
That would make a little more sense.
So Jeremy leads out to see where his 4s are at. Brian lets him know what's up. And gets Brian off the best hand. Yeah, I don't know, I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I think Brian just kind of got in a bad spot there. Obviously, with the little donk lead, could be a set or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, John's repping a lot of strength, raising there behind him.
with that many players in the
Yeah, in a
pot still,
four-way
yeah.
pot, yeah.
John.
Plus, he's out of position with top there. A lot of bad turn cards for him. Seeing some discipline from Brian.
I like it.
So
And plus,
we
I mean,
got-
John's got a beard, so that gives him an extra 13% equity in any
Yeah.
hand.
Oh,
anyhow.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
standard, right?
Yeah. Beard theory.
Beard theorem. Wizardry.
So Daniel opens it up here to 20 with ace-10 suited. Haven't seen Daniel.
No, I have not
You?
seen Daniel.
Seems like a new face.
Wait,
Jeremy calls him and Reggie calls.
check that. I might know Daniel. I'll wait till I get another look at his face. That I might just might know him from the grocery store again. I
Yeah.
really don't know.
I've either played cards with him or he was at Rayleigh's yesterday.
Such
50-50.
a polarizing presence.
Oh my.
Daniel that's 30. And Jeremy is not having it with the king 9. Check calls the king 9.
Wow.
10 on the turn hits Daniel. He was the original aggressor, now he hits it.
Yeah, interesting float there by Jeremy out of position. He just kind of doesn't believe Daniel.
You might be thinking he might be able to bluff a club if the club came off.
Yeah. Or just blast the river and rep an 8.
That would be
Is that a
just
thing?
totally sick. Yeah. Check call, bomb.
I like it.
We got to add that to the repertoire.
Yeah.
Check call, pot.
I mean, there's so many cards you can bluff because you can just rep a gutter, 5-6.
Any 5-6 any 5-6-7 or club comes off and you can
Yeah.
just like stuff it.
PLO style.
Right. God, we play too much 4-card poker. That's why we look at 8-8-4, we're like, oh god, there's so many cards I could like really rep here.
Yeah, incidentally, that has
Complicated your 2-card holding game?
yes, thank you for expressing that clearly for me.
Oh man.
It really has. I just level myself like crazy levels.
Well, PLO plays so nutty all the time that you can really get back into a 2-card poker game and really start making some hero folds that you really shouldn't be like letting some hands, or conversely just like passively calling when you should be raising in your hands. And
exactly.
The ability to switch gears.
I start bluffing with a blocker like that, you know.
Like that matters in Hold'em. Like, I mean, it matters, but
they don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. I got bottom too. I'm not going anywhere.
They have a flush or 2 pairs. They're not folding.
John makes it 25 to go here at pocket 9s. Daniel's gonna come along with a suited ace. Peter calls.
Into a couple kings from Brian here on the button. Nice squeeze spot.
It's a great squeeze spot. It's a great spot to pick up a real hand. And Brian's a perfect guy to do it because Brian's a guy who exploits his position at the table, plays more hands than most players, and he's the kind of guy when he picks up big hands, traditionally gets paid off more than other players do because of his style, because of his reputation. And now you see John here, he's going to go ahead and come back in with the 9s just because of that. Cold calling the 9s out of position, I'm not in love with, but it is Brian.
John opened, right?
Yeah, John was the original aggressor.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just thinks he can get away with calling here and maybe set mining when they're super deep, you know, against Brian. With Daniel and Peter just flatting the 25, you know, he's pretty confident that they're not going to
especially once he calls. Yeah.
So I think that's why he does it. Because a lot of times you'll fold there with people behind you just because you don't know what they're going to do, but...
And Disco, King 5-4, top set for Brian. He is locked down on this hand.
The only way this flop would be better for Brian is if there were also a 9.
And or a 7, right?
And or a 7.
And 2 clubs. Like, let's just get all the money in there right now.
4-way all in.
Yeah, where's that King 7-9 2 clubs flop?
We're sickos.
Young Lag Pro, welcome to the chat.
So checks around to Brian here with top set. He's gonna fire out.
And what I like about this is Brian, if he was bluffing here, he would be c-betting his entire range.
Yep.
And so he's gonna stay balanced, c-bet when he's got a real hand as well. Unfortunately, I don't see anyone coming along.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to get a call here. Like, he's basically trying to get a call from a hand like what John had, you know, somewhere between queens and 9s, but it didn't feel like anyone was that strong pre-flop.
I mean, unfortunately, King 5-4, it is pretty broken.
Yeah.
But I mean,
do you ever just check back there?
I probably do check back there most of the time just because King 5-4 is so broken.
Yeah.
And with no suits on board, you're really going to get value out of it. I mean, the case king, so it's so hard to find out there.
Yeah, I would definitely be inclined.
A really sticky pair of like 9s or 10s, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's so tough.
I would definitely be inclined to bet just to stay balanced, like you said.
That's just
You're gonna bet like your whole range on that flop, but you know, like you said, maybe against these specific people, the way it played out pre-flop, maybe you check to try to get some value on the turn.
I mean, it was 3-bet to 100 pre-flop, so we had over $400 in the pot. He bet 225, bet about half pot, which I think is about where most of his continuation bets are going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe if anything, if you go back and revisit that hand, make bet kind of small. I think you'll see a lot of players do that.
So like induce maybe a check raise.
I think you see players.
Maybe someone tries to take it away.
You see players, I think, do that as a leak in their game, where they'll let's say they have queens or jacks in that spot, and a king flops, and they kind of feel obligated to c-bet. They feel like checking back is so passive and so weak, but they'll c-bet really small and kind of giving away, with the strength of their hand. I think Brian in that spot, and to stay in balance, I like him c-betting, but maybe it's gonna go back and revisit the size, maybe bet a little bit smaller, try to do something. Because I mean, John's definitely capable of making a move there with the 9s.
Yeah.
John's capable of turning 9s into a bluff in that spot. Would have been absolutely disaster. I mean, John's good enough to get away from it there, but.
Daniel opens this pot with 8-9 suited to 30. Brian's gonna come along. John, Kelly has the 10s, and Jeremy with the queen 3 suited.
Daniel flops a 9-high flush here with an inside straight flush draw.
After opening the pot, pretty good. Brian's got to kind of like his hand.
Opening it with the live spade. The 10 of spades is blocking Daniel's straight flush. Also, there's a better flush draw.
pretty sick. Brian's drawing to the best flush with a 10.
Right.
Just making 10 of spades. Could definitely see. Okay, Brian's out. I'm just gonna not say that.
Wow.
So Daniel continues for 90. I feel like Brian had the only hand that could actually look him up, and he let it go.
Yeah,
I
I don't know Daniel, but I gotta imagine for Brian to let go of that hand, he's gotta figure. I mean, Daniel's gotta have somewhat of a reputation as being a more of a snug player. I would have to think.
Yeah, maybe, and you know they've been playing together for a little while. Maybe he just feels like he's a little on the tighter side. Plus, he is representing a lot of strength betting into
That many opponents on that board, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate the fold because you're drawing to the third nuts, right? Your straight draw might be dead already. But that's my PLO talking. So. I'm getting these spots and hold them, and I'm like snap folding that kind of hand, you know? Like,
Yeah.
just drawing to the third nuts.
Yeah, you really gotta admire those players that can just change games and gears all day, any day. Okay, what are we playing right now? Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna play PLO. Okay, let's play some stud 8 and
Yep.
just
Gotta-
go all
gotta
over the
put in
board.
a lot of hours.
Like I find myself when I'm playing mixed events or games, like whenever the game changes, I'll kind of like recite a little bit, like just like some basic principle, like stuff like in my head. I'll kind of say it out loud to myself. Okay, like study, I'll be like, okay, 3 big, 3 little, never 3 in the middle. Like I'll say like a little poker cliche in my head about the game. Like okay, we're like get back in the zone here.
We don't know why
this.
everyone thinks Jake's crazy. It's still a mystery. He's over there talking to himself.
Big turn card for Brian.
Rhyming.
Turns an inside straight draw, nut club draw.
Yeah, I think the only way Jeremy sticks around there is a spade on the turn. Maybe an ace.
BK Thompson asked if any PLO games are running right now. We got a list. We probably will get a game kicked off here tonight.
Yeah, it looked like one was cooking up here.
It was brewing.
It was brewing.
Problem is you and I are in the booth, so
Yeah,
it's
it's the problem.
like the spots are like doing their thing.
They're like, as soon as they get out of the booth, it's rumble time.
Service, please. Table 11.
So I think this is a straddle here from Daniel under the gun. Is that what I'm seeing? I don't think he's opening 2x, right? No, it's a straddle. $10 straddle, 5-5-10. Action on Reggie.
Angry Pollock, Veronica was thanking all of her friends for coming out.
And paying her mortgage.
She said, I loved meeting you all and taking your money. It's so sweet.
So it's what a doll.
What a doll.
Wow. Everyone come pay for my mortgage
She's so
this month.
sweet and genuine. I like it.
Jeez. I get worried, like she invites you to a game, like what's really going on here?
Right.
What does it say about me? So Daniel's gonna exercise his option here out of the straddle. Pretty standard ace queen. And Jeremy says, hell no. I ain't taking it no more. Calls at 35 with a jack 9.
Jeremy's taking some stands here, man.
Right? I like it.
He will not be run over.
3-way action. 145 in the pot. Someone had 5-4. What? Didn't someone have 5-4? Someone. It was four-handed, four-way limp pot, and someone mucked 5-4. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. It's been really hard to have
Impossible.
the 5-4.
Improbable.
And Doom in the chat. What's going on? Daniel's actually still ahead here with the ace queen.
John also has an ace.
John might look him up. You gonna call for a chop? You gonna call for a chop? I don't know.
It did check around on the flop, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be checking a lot of. I mean, he could check back some really strong hand or some check. I mean, check like aces, kings, maybe there.
Yeah, I
but
feel
that's
like
about it.
Most overpairs are betting that flop,
Yeah,
so he's gonna look him up.
it's really hard for someone to had to have 5-4.
Choppy chop.
Mostly sure I was wrong about that now. Just
It's getting more and more unlikely.
Someone tell me that I was right, though. Wouldn't that be sick? So, where's someone to pipe up after this hand and be like, yeah, I
Did
called it
anybody
quad.
see 5-4? They're gonna check it down. They have the same hand. Chop her up.
Chip, chop, chip, chop.
Would have been a nice bluff there by Daniel on the end if he just like rips it.
Right? So sick. Godsock, welcome to the chat.
Then you just get snapped off by a quads.
Yeah. See, the quads are nothing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, damn.
Call muck.
I love that. I don't remember who it was on Twitter today. Like, how come every time it's quads or nothing, it's always quads?
I thought you said that.
I might have. I run into quads a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I keep finding myself in these weird spots where when those quads are nothing spots, and I just
It's always quads.
see the quads are nothing. Nope, just top full. Oh, okay, never mind. Top full. Top full's good.
That's also good.
That's also good.
Plastica, yeah, Dr. Kelly is in seat 1. Dr. Kelly in the house. Thanks, Veronica. Love you too.
So live 10, Reggie gonna limp into King Jack of Diamonds. Wow. I think this is something I talked to you about. I struggle. I find myself at times, narrowing players' ranges with players that have strong limping ranges. When players that limp hands like King Jack suited, King Queen, Ace King, pocket tens,
Yeah.
and by the river, I'm like, well, I don't know, they could have all of that, It's like it's so hard to narrow
really
a player's
is.
range when they have
Really
when they have
is.
strong limping ranges.
Yeah.
So it can work for you. And here we see
King
Reggie.
7-4 here. Reggie with the best of it. No? Yeah?
Top pair, backdoor diamonds, looking good so
Yep.
far. John's got a king and position. He's gonna call.
So Reggie bets 25.
And Daniel
John makes the call in
is
position.
gonna sneak in here with an inside straight draw.
Sneaky, sneaky.
5 of diamonds would be absolutely sick card. Give Reggie a flush draw, give John 2 pair, and give Daniel a straight. 5 of diamonds one time. God damn it. God damn it. So not even close.
4 of spades. Pretty good card for Reggie. It's a pretty strong bet there. Pretty large sizing. 110 into 130.
Well, the pot wasn't 3-bet pre-flop, so you can forget about, for the most part, forget about Ace King. So right now, Reggie's, really, logically, only losing the King Queen. Someone could have called, John could have called with a 4, but that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
Reggie's trying to get max value from flush draws.
Flush draw, maybe possible straight draw.
Yeah, like you get the 5-6ers there,
Yeah. The 3-6ers.
the 3-6ers there.
Unlikely, but possible.
Reggie takes down the pot. Love it.
We had a question from Renee in Portugal.
I don't know. I'm still mispronouncing that name every time.
I think it's Renee.
Renee Portugal. Renee and Portugal.
M or something. Yeah, Renee M.
Renee.
Do players have to table their hands if they're playing the board? Yes.
Yes.
They have to table
Absolutely.
their hands to get money from the pot. Hold on, but if your opponent like mucks
If your opponent mucks, then no, you don't have
and
to
you're
show.
the only one with the live hand, then you can just
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
don't have to
And
show.
that's why you don't have to show.
That's the
You're welcome, Watt Bry, for putting in some really bad money on the turn and getting there.
you.
Yeah, I know he got there.
Doesn't sound like you. Oh,
No, Watt Bry.
I took off the beef salad and I love the dressing. It had lemon or lime and I don't like cilantro, but it was really good. You could literally just eat it like
John makes it 40 to go out of the cutoff.
Trying to hear the cilantro talk.
You talking about cilantro? I love cilantro.
I love cilantro.
Right?
It's the best. Makes everything better. Kind of like lime.
Yeah.
I said lime, not wine.
Yes.
Turns out both are true.
Okay, so Ty from Renee M. Portugal. All right, it's easy. It's easy pronunciation. I'm just a
Renee
goof.
M. Yeah.
Yeah.
they're definitely cheap.
Joker LAD checking into us from Australia.
Wow, for real?
Super for realsies.
Awesome.
We got a couple people that watch us from around the world. We had, was it Leo, came and played in the game all the way from Malaysia by way of
Wow.
Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Crazy.
Make that
Hey,
trip.
we have an international community here.
Yeah.
Expanding.
Brian, how many seats you got?
There's not a lot of meat to have, but gosh,
Yeah,
it's also
Simon.
good when it comes out.
And Sean B.
So Jeremy, I believe it still is a live 10 right now, so it's 5-5-10, and Jeremy's gonna make it 25 to go out of the 9 seat with the ace-10 off.
I get light sauce. I get light sauce and extra. And it doesn't do the foggy thing.
He's gonna get called by Daniel on the button with a 9-10 of clubs. Love his hand, love his position.
Kelly may have folded ace jack there.
Wow.
I might have imagined that, but
I don't think he did. No, I thought I saw the ace jack as
yeah,
well. Then again, I thought I saw the 5-4 earlier.
that's true.
I might
You are
be
going a
like
little crazy.
telepathetic.
At least part of that is
Part
true.
of that is true. 8 trade, 2 clubs.
Daniel with a flush draw. Brian has top pair. Jeremy gonna bet.
Well, the 8-3 is gonna miss everyone so frequently.
Yeah, I mean,
C-bets are gonna get through so often, but in this spot, it's only gonna get through as all as the flop hits both of his opponents.
yeah, and they both call, so he can't be too excited now.
Monster card on the turn for Daniel. Completes his flush and gives him an open-ended straight flush draw. Whee!
I would think Jeremy would be shutting down at this point, especially after getting 2 calls on the flop.
Wow, Daniel checks back. Another club comes off on the river.
Interesting check back there.
Really gonna kill his action.
I
And
guess he was just trying to get more get value on the river, but once another club peels off, kind of hard.
Can I get anybody's service?
Carlo and
Alright, good luck everybody.
P. Perry. I'm just butchering names in the chat tonight. Wants to know how we get invited to the Veronica and Friends game. You gotta become Veronica's friend. Good luck with that. No, if you got a love of wine and
Challenge accepted.
fine foods, don't mind spewing in the couple poker games, then you can be Veronica's friend, and you too can come play on the Veronica and Friends game.
Yeah, hit her up on Twitter, probably.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah.
Call her mother.
Tweet her up, call her mother.
Puck 66. What's up?
Sean's going 2-5.
The Boom 89 asked about a high hand jackpot. Yes, we do have a high hand jackpot. It was hit twice in 1 week last week.
True story. I was right next to it one time.
Oh, really? For the big one? For
The second one.
For the second
Yeah,
one? The second
smaller
boom?
One, yeah, the second boom. Second wave. I was close.
Reggie makes it 15 to go. Under the gun with jacks.
Yeah, a friend of the stream who will remain unnamed was in that game. And he got up to play one hand of blackjack.
Oh no!
Friend
wow!
of the stream.
That's
He missed
brutal.
out on like 1,500 table share.
Well, you know what? That's what
He
you get.
didn't care.
That's what you get for
He
playing the
won
dark
his-
side.
He won his hand.
I don't care. That's what you get for playing the dark side.
I don't think he bet 1,500 on it though.
Probably not.
It's not break even. It was negative EV.
K-Dubs 3, we stream Mondays and Wednesdays. Sometimes Sundays as well for some tournament days. Puck66 says that he's got 3 kids and have to win at poker just to pay for birthdays. I feel you there. My God.
Oh, I thought he was saying that you. No, never mind. I was confused about that. To pay for birthdays? What are you getting them?
Dude, I made like when kids finally get old enough to like have like birthday parties. I made the mistake of making a big production at like the first time.
Oh yeah.
And so now
big
there's this
mistake.
bar in this standard
Oh,
held here,
no.
and so I'm just like slowly trying to like progressively regress, if that's not an oxymoron, into like just a standard more. You're like
Yeah.
yeah.
In Kentucky, they just gave us some like plastic bottles and
Just letting it like bang them
some
together and like.
wiffle balls. I don't know. that was
It's just
normal.
a rock they drill holes in. Like,
It makes you creative. Resourceful.
yeah, right? I love it. Alex makes it 45 to go. Queen Jack. It's called by Jeremy and Peter.
My mom's gonna tune in like, whatever.
You love that rock, damn it. Deuce 4. Good spot for a C-bet. Deuce 4 is going to miss everyone most all the time.
Alright guys, we're gonna start that 2-5 and 2-9 all.
Probably make it happen.
Alex is at 75.
Alex, we haven't seen much from Alex yet. That's why I feel like this should work.
I love Alex. He's rocking the Flash Gordon t-shirt and the Flash Gordon hat.
Wow, dedicated fan. That's serious.
Well, I'm trying to think of the actor's name. I only know it from watching the movie Ted, where they're all going around like all idolizing Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just look at
Yeah, he
Alex.
was in it, right?
He was in it, yeah.
Yeah.
I look at Alex now and probably envision like he's like right now he's probably listening to stream like it's so and so, you idiot, it's so and so.
Yeah.
How do you not know? And
Alex, if you're listening, type it in. Flash.
Marty,
We got the Stones Classic coming up too. A couple weeks of awesome tournaments.
250K in guarantees.
Wow.
And Bart Hansen playing cash games. So
What's up?
there's money there.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a really good time here. If you have not checked that out, I guess. Yeah, you can go to the Stones Gambling Hall website and check out those dates. Do we have? Yeah, there's a link in the chat right now. Stones 250,000 Fall Classic, September 23rd through October 2nd. We'll have some guest commentators in here.
Yeah, gotta get Lon McCarron on, the voice of the World Series of
Oh
Poker.
my gosh.
And Dave Tuckman, the voice of the World Series of Poker. I just love the flyer for the stream and Tuck's headshots on the
Yeah.
flyer. Like
Yeah, we've all
had a good laugh.
yes.
Not everybody's Well, I tried to get you to go there earlier.
Jeremy putting in a 3-bet here. Peter raised it up to 25 with 4s. Yeah, Brian called.
Brian and Reggie both came along, and
Yeah.
Jeremy. Wow.
Wow, pretty small. Tiny 3-bet there. Only to 55. It was like a min raise basically. Interesting after the two callers.
Now, Reggie's got a call. You got Jack 10 suited,
Yeah.
and there's a 135 in the pot. Cost you 30 to call.
I'm a little bit surprised Peter folded the 4s.
Right? You're getting a great price to set mine against a
Yeah.
player who should have a pretty strong range. I mean, you want your player. If Brian.
Really good price to set. Oh no.
Oh hey,
Oh.
that's a right back at you.
That's a thing.
Wait.
Hold on.
What?
What is this?
Did he,
I'm confused.
It looked like more like he raised.
Oh! So Jeremy made it like 105.
Oh, Jeremy
That
made
makes more
105.
sense.
I thought,
yeah.
okay,
So the graphics were just a little bit
alright.
off. That makes a lot more sense with the sizing and Peter's fold.
Okay.
So just scratch whatever we just
Never
said. So Jeremy made it 105.
Okay, now this is what we talked about.
And
We just-
Reggie looks him up with the Jack 10.
We alluded to that earlier, talking about with players. When Brian flopped the set of kings, how some players will bet somewhat small relative, to their pre-flop bet sizing when there's an overcard out there to the big pair, and that's exactly what we see here, where Jeremy hit 3-bet to what was it? He said what 105?
105, yeah.
Like that, and now he only bets 100 on the flop with an overcard out there to his queens. If
So-
Reggie, who picked up a pair of jacks, he's gonna call, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Jeremy going to shutdown here. Never mind.
Oh, wow.
Check that. But what a card now. Gives Reggie the open-ended straight draw to go along with a pair of
And it
jacks.
might slow down the action a little bit with the heart
All the
peeling
hearts.
off. Still, I feel like Jeremy's not going anywhere with second set. Hard for Reggie to have like ace 10.
There's another small bet.
So Reggie has to make a decision here. I mean, it improves his hand, but he can't love that card.
Now the graphic shows that Jeremy's only got 190 back, but I can see he's got more than that. So he's got 3, about 350-ish back. He lets it
At
go.
least.
Jeremy shows the set.
Reggie's like, no. Yes, I think that was a float there by Reggie. There's a lot of good turn cards for him. Also, a lot of turn cards that shut his opponent down, and he might get to showdown.
Yeah,
That was not one of them.
That was not one of them. Yeah, but any other
Queen of hearts.
non-queen heart shuts down Jeremy, and also he just might shut it down after Reggie calls in a position
Yeah, I mean, there's
with
an
the king.
over.
There's no
Yeah.
overcard.
Yeah, he might even get a chance to bluff Reggie. I mean, Reggie might get a chance to bluff if it's checked to him on the turn or river. Float.
Alex Flash Gordon makes it 25 to go with 9s. Brian's gonna call with Queen Jack.
Reggie's like, I've seen this hand win before. It's possible.
I think that way a lot. All I need is a 6-7 offsuit.
Queen 7-3. Brian outflops both opponents. Top pair.
Okay, about 40.
Alex out of position here. He's gonna lead out, see where he's at.
I'm not in love with it.
Yeah.
Mainly because when he's out of position.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, it's too easy for Brian to, like, float there and take it away on a later street.
Now, with the king coming off, Alex is still reaching for chips. And now this is a card that actually might get through on a double barrel bluff. Now Brian's gonna really like, okay, where am I really at here? Queen with a jack kicker. This kid's fired 2 streets. Raised in early position.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is a really good card to continue the bluff on. I just kind of feel like Brian might look him up one more time. He maybe has, like, underrepresented his hand a little. Or not.
I think it's a pretty standard fold by Brian.
Yeah.
Especially with Alex raising in early position and then firing 2 streets on that board. I mean, obviously we're never getting our opponent to fold with king queen.
Yeah.
He might be call with ace queen. Other than that, I mean, any other queen, it's really hard for him to continue, especially with the dynamic of Alex raising in early position, and firing
Yeah.
2 streets there.
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
your opponent off. I mean, if your opponent is floating with 10s, I mean, you gotta imagine where's the top of your opponent's fighting range. He's probably 3-betting jacks. But even then, once again, you definitely get into all the worst queens, or other than king, king queen, maybe not ace queen, and you get into full tens. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, from Brian's perspective, it looks very strong.
Yeah, queen jack just looks is a really it's a really crappy spot to be in right there.
Yeah, I think Alex has a lot of ace kings that he leads there too, and then just hits the king.
Mm-hmm. Marty makes it 25 to go. Marty looks like the guy, like we talked about Kentucky earlier, like he should be at like the Kentucky Derby holding like a newspaper, like, or like program, like scratching out names.
Whatever they do there.
Whatever they do when they're betting on horse racing at the Derby.
Yeah, we just gotta give him a cigar and like a glass of bourbon.
Oh yeah,
Should we send some over?
I'm down. I've heard there's good
Derby
card
days are the
games
best.
during Derby days. I've heard there's really good card games.
Yeah, I was happy to be here with you, on the last Derby day. But I did miss my mint juleps,
Right.
It's a little sad.
Just to show up on the screen.
Puck 66. I tend to agree with you.
Marty takes it down with sixes.
There's a big difference between cash game poker and tournament poker, and most players find themselves are better at one than the other, and that said, they're usually terrible at both.
And most of them try to play both,
Yes.
which is
Yep. Just fired 3 bullets at the event.
Good.
Didn't cash. I'll go make it up in the game. Inside games. Now I'm stuck the mortgage.
it happens.
Yeah, but we love Veronica. That's what she's here for.
I was wondering what you were gonna say.
Hewley 97 says cash games are really soft at WinStar. I've heard the same. I haven't played WinStar or I was thinking Maristar.
WinStar's the one in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Maristar's in Kansas City.
Well, Maristar's like everywhere. They're,
Oh,
they're like
that's right.
they're like Louisiana, Kansas
right.
City. There's like 11 Ameristars.
11.
A lot of them. John makes it 35 to go here with the nines. Alex.
But there's only one Stones Gambling Hall.
There's only one Stones.
Right here.
And look at this. Alex is going to put in a 3-bet out of the small blind with a 7-3 off.
Wow.
He thinks John can be really, really wide here on the button. And just says, hell no. Ain't happening.
Wow.
I'm telling you, like Alex will
Interesting
watch like
timing here.
the Flash Gordon like DVD like box set right before everything got pumped.
Yeah, super pumped.
And on King 6-2's 2 diamonds,
Dude, good flop for Alex.
right?
To bluff.
I think he's got about somewhere around 125, 130 here, and it should be good enough to go.
Man, John can't love this spot. I mean, he can look him up once, right?
If I think he had the 9 of diamonds in his hand, maybe some backdoor equity,
Yeah.
I think he'd be a little bit more inclined to call. But I mean, logically, Alex's
Yeah,
3-betting range out of the small blinds should have some kings in it.
You might just know that Alex is capable of,
Here we go.
of this.
John plays back at him. John senses something here, perhaps in Alex's sizing, perhaps in something else.
He's like, all right, let's see. Do you really have ace king or aces? That's pretty much what he's representing here.
Here's the spot. If you were in, wow, and Alex re-jams with a 7 tray and shows it. Yes!
So sick.
Wow!
It's back.
It's alive and well. Jesus!
Oh man.
Like, what would Flash Gordon do? I'm all in.
Oh my gosh.
Damn. Here, there we go. Talking about earlier.
John's steaming.
Wow.
So sick, man. Nice
Stones.
rebluff.
Stones.
Sick rebluff.
God.
Only at Stones, guys. Stones Gambling Hall, Citrus Heights, California.
We're trying to give away money here.
Get in where you fit in.
Wow, what a hand. What a hot mess.
Hot mess.
Whee!
Oh my.
So I didn't get a chance to say before Alex pulled the trigger, but if John had a king in his hand, how often is he really raising
Would he
that
really
board?
be
Would he really be
raising? Yeah.
raising? I mean, it's kind of like sixes. I mean, deuces.
Yeah.
I mean, would he raise ace, king, king, queen there? I don't think so. I think he's gonna be fine all saying. So he's gonna have more flush draws. And I mean, you can have sets. You can have set of sixes, something like that. But
try to get Alex to commit with like ace
other than
king.
that, I mean, I like Alex's read. You know, I don't think John will be raising a king there. Sick. I love it. Poker's good.
But every time I think that though, wrong.
Wrong. No, he's just bending for protection. Never mind. Nope. He's got it. Top. That's where you.
Reggie
Those
takes
spots,
that one down with ace jack.
You get caught projecting your thinking on other players, and you get yourself caught in spots where like, no, he just has it here.
Yeah.
And but in that spot, it worked out great for Alex.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Pretty sick read by Alex. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we haven't seen those two really play hands against each other yet.
Right.
Alex has been showing some different gears, so maybe Alex realizes that John, is like picking up on that. Pretty sick, man.
Stuffs it.
Wow.
Yours is the next one, all right?
When he does that from John's perspective, he's got like aces. He's got like aces, right? Aces, ace, king. Like that's the worst hands he can have.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe.
Ace, jack, ace, queen of diamonds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like ace, queen of diamonds. Or 7-3.
Or 7-3.
Opposite.
It's a god. It's a quads or nothing.
So sick.
Knit Poker in the chat. What's up?
I mean, you gotta know a guy wearing all the Flash Gordon gear.
He's gonna have gears. He's gonna have moves. He's gonna play fast.
Yeah, he's gonna play super fast. Good fast decisions.
We're the worst. Queen 5-3 rainbow. John's gonna dry fire the 9-8. It's gonna work.
Good timing. No one had anything. Pretty dry board there. John gets one through. A little healing. Trying to suppress the steam.
Well, it's funny, like, when you go back to the handle, I mean, the raise of nines, a lot of players might question, well, God, if John really thought he was good there, why wouldn't he just be flatting the nines? I think John maybe was trying to get Alex off better. Maybe he's trying to get him to fold tens.
Queens through tens,
Yeah,
maybe.
queens through tens, exactly. I don't think John was raising his nines because he thought they were, good or best right there, and it wasn't going for value.
Yeah.
He was really trying to get. He detected weakness in Alex, and thought he could, maybe that he was afraid of the king, and like I said, trying to get him to fold tens through queens. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I like John's play too. He sensed weakness. He was right. It just Alex was more right, and the last liar wins. It's hard to rebluff someone who
Alex
stuffs it.
was more right.
Right?
Yep.
It's the sickest spot in the world.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Steelers 40-40 in the chat. Peter trying to pick up the loose change there. A lot of limpers. Peter takes a king 9, makes it 30 to go. Brian and Jeremy both come along with their 9s as well. And how did we not get a 9 high flop there? Checks to Peter.
I saw a Flash and John exchanging some smiles. So I
Right.
think it's all good, you know.
Love that neighbor.
So I'm wondering if Alex, I mean, he has to be wondering, in that hand, he has to wonder, you know, does John raise, like you said, with ace king here? Ever,
Yeah, I just
or
don't-
aces. And does he, you know, raise and just call with aces or ace king?
Yeah,
I think he could on the button.
Man.
But maybe if he thinks he never does that, then it makes the play easier.
I think, yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
It's kind of like, okay, well, he can obviously he's North sixes. He's got some flush draws.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, even with, I mean, I think Alex, they both had enough money back where it's even hard for John to call off the flush draw there.
Right. Yeah, so like most of the hands that he's raising there just have to fold. Except for sixes.
Except for sixes. Yeah, he stuffs into the sixes there. Like, people, it goes from the spot where, like, people in the chat are just like, why, what a terrible move, or like, now we're like, oh, wow, what a wizard. Great guy, great play. And it's the same exact dynamic.
Yeah.
It's just one, like, oh, one time he has it, the other time he doesn't, you know? And,
Right.
and the results-oriented world of poker, where we evaluate everyone's, you know, thinking and decision-making based on the outcome. And it's the exact same play in the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Jack 8-4.
I mean, who needs to look at their cards anyway?
Right. Dr. Kelly G. Kelly OG.
OG? She bets 35 into the Jack 8-4. Guessing Reggie will be check calling here.
95 in the pot.
It's a pretty small bet, huh? Oh,
As
so
includes
there's
the C-bet.
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She bet about 40%,
About half.
or about, yeah, 50-60% pot. Not a good card for Kelly to double barrel. Hard for the 6 to improve her hand. Like I said, you'll probably see Reggie check call here again if she...
Yeah, Kelly's gonna check back and hit an ace.
Just
You're like, what?
Frick. Now Reggie's got to know this card is going to get
Reggie's
checked
gonna
back
try
a lot.
Yeah, he's gonna try to go for a little value, maybe.
Maybe hope he can try to get looked up by, you know, 9s, 10s, something like that. Something that might see bet the flop and check back the turn. I don't see Kelly heroing ace high here. It's possible.
Kind of doubt it with you know, Reggie check calls the flop.
That's another spot where, if I'm Reggie, I mean, there's kind of like, and there's two ways to go there. I mean, one, you can, I mean, you feel very confident that they have the best hand.
Yeah.
So it's either, you know, you try to keep your opponent's bluffs in, and let them try to bluff off, and or B, I mean, try to bet and then hope that to God your opponent has one of the only combos in 9s, 10s, something like that can actually call you there. But it's hard for for 10s and 9s to call off there, because the only busted draw there is like 9-10.
Yeah, exactly.
And so because you'd be blocking it, it's hard to justify calling off their 10s and 9s.
Yeah.
So
And I don't know, sometimes you just have a read on your opponent, like they just shut down, you know?
yeah.
If you think they're capable or in the mood to bluff the river, then you can check.
Very, very player dependent.
Yeah.
Tell you what, after watching this, I'm checking Alex. I'll tell you that much. The kid's got gears. He can get creative. Check it over to him.
That's for sure.
Yeah, here.
Here, what do you want to do?
You do the dirty work. Kelly makes it 20 to go with a 9-10 of clubs.
Those wizards, though, they never do what you want them to do.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Three-way action. Queen, queen, 9, 2 diamonds. Reggie's got diamonds. Jeremy hits his 9, as does Kelly.
Little something for everyone.
And Reggie's gonna fire out diamonds and fire out small. That's 25. Gets quick calls from both Jeremy and Kelly.
Kelly's gonna see C1.
Tough spot
I
for
don't-
Kelly to overcall there on the flop, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean,
think she's gonna go crazy.
such a great price there when Reggie leads so
Yeah.
small. 135 now in the pot. And now if I'm Reggie, I want to go bigger here.
We're not.
That's 40. Reggie's trying to lay his own price to draw. And now, Kelly might have picked up on that. So she's not going anywhere. Actually gets Jeremy to lay down the best 9. And Kelly has the best hand. Mind you, it's also after Kelly overcalled on the flop, it's hard for Jeremy to think that his 9 is good there, even though it was. For the player behind you and Reggie leading 2 streets.
So Reggie has to be wondering, did she really just calm me down with like 10 jack? You know, can I get her off a 9? She's gonna happily check back and show the winner.
Dr. Kelly G.
Kelly G.
Operating the table. She wearing a hat with a cow on it? It's because she can milk the table. Extracting value.
Love
Kelly
it.
G.
Love it. Get it, girl. Kentucky Ace on river?
And Rick and Barstow has turned the conversation to his sister-in-law in the chat.
Interesting.
All right. See how that works out. Garson Ghost. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alex here. Australia. So John straddles. Alex is going to limp in the 8-6 of hearts.
Nice.
Jeremy picks up King Queen, makes it 35 to go. Opens up.
John wakes up with Ace Jack.
Alex is going to come on. 3-way action.
Caw, caw, caw. 9-4-4. 2 hearts. Alex picks up a flush draw.
And John's going to float.
So Jeremy leads out with the King Queen here. John and Alex come along.
Big turn card for Alex. Gives him an open and straight draw to go along with his heart draw. Now if you're Alex here, after Jeremy leads 2 streets here, if John, I don't think John's going to float again with Alex behind him.
Yeah.
But in this spot, you're like thinking about just like popping it here. I mean, you got so much equity here, and then
You mean Alex?
that's what I mean. Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
Alex here, do you ever think about just like popping it and trying to like rep a 4?
Oh, I think so. I mean, especially when with Jeremy leading out. I mean, I guess Jeremy is repping like an overpair, so
And that's the thing. I mean, yeah, you got to be. If you're gonna do that, you got to think that your opponent is capable of folding overpair. So you don't think your opponent's gonna fold an overpair, then you have no fold equity. It doesn't matter, you know. So
Right.
You're gonna have to get there to win the hand. So might as well, just flat.
yeah. And he has so much equity, he doesn't want to like raise and then get blown off. The
Get
hand.
blown off the hand. That's
Wow,
the worst.
Jeremy barrels again.
150. He's got the best hand. But it looks like he's trying to get Alex off a 9 here. Fires another bullet and it works. Shows the king high. And now Alex and God, why didn't I raise the
Yeah.
turn? Could have just raised the turn.
Well, the funny thing is, like, if Alex knows that Jeremy is capable of that kind of move, then he probably leans towards raising. But he repped it the whole way, like an overpair.
And that's the problem when you're playing with players that you just don't know, not familiar with. It's hard to kind of balance those spots. God, is he the kind of guy like that is going to fold an overpair? Is he going to buy this, or is he going to think maybe I just picked up, I have a 9, maybe just picked up some flush equity or some kind of turn. Did the 9 or did the turn bring a double flush draw?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get like 9-10 of spades there, something like that. Maybe I don't know. There's a lot of weird combinations that pick up on the turn.
Yeah.
The 2 pair comes along on the turn 2, or a better 2 pair. And the 9-7
Right.
pulls ahead of the 4. So you have a better 9. But how many 9s is Jeremy have there raising out of the small blind like that? Not many.
Yeah, what is this?
What is this? How hard can I overthink this?
That was pretty hard.
Yeah. All about him just firing 2 streets. Like, God.
That was like some PLO logic there.
Right. So he can clearly gonna choose a line in front of me. Have you guys ever played with me in a game and I'm taking like 12 seconds on, on every street before every decision? You know why? It's this kind of garbage that I'm thinking about all the time.
This is what's happening inside the brain
He can never
of the Jake.
He never has any 9s here. Can he? No. I raise. He stuffs it. Shit.
Sometimes you gotta bring it down to a lower level.
I'm telling you, sometimes
your
it's
own
just the
good.
simplest thing and just the best thing. Don't overthink it. Just play your shinies and play them fast. 10 on the
Flash
turn.
Gordon would do.
What would Flash Gordon do? Let's just play fast. Wow,
Ace
John.
Queen's still good.
I'm surprised
They
John
take it all
let
the way down.
Yeah, I'm surprised John checked the turn after he picked up the open-ended straight draw, and there was no aggression shown by Jeremy,
I think the pot was just too small.
and John just didn't. Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
John was gonna check raise the turn.
Maybe check. Yeah, there's got to be the line he's thinking there, right?
I have a fucking straight flush down.
Or just get there and let Jeremy bluff. I mean, he's showing some
But
bluffs.
the straight flush card was showing, right? So it's so sick, right? You're just looking at his straight flush and his other cards face down on the luck. It's just like,
Oh, decent pot too.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
So sick, man.
Peter barreling salad like it's nobody's business.
It's happened when he had left door not get capital.
Gotta see if I'm on the road.
Jeremy opens with the pot with a 10-6, or is it limp?
Slam it. Straight down.
No, it was a limp pot, and Jeremy opened up with a 10-6. Made it 15 to go. He's never getting folds there, but he's very much disguised the strength of his hand. He's got the sickness, and I love it. Every now and then, you gotta have the sickness. You gotta just
A lot of
say.
people at Stones have the sickness.
And Reggie, who limped in and then called Jeremy's open, now leads with his ace on the ace trade deuce. That's 20. Alex, he's got a gut shot straight draw to a big straight.
This is an Alex hand right here. He could get a 5, he could get a spade.
4 makes John 2 pair. But puts a 1-liner out there to a straight. Alex actually picks up a pair of 4 as well. It misses his backdoor spade draw.
Wow, after betting this flop and getting 2 callers,
I'm checking this back a lot if I'm Reggie.
yeah.
I mean, you can get value from ace 6 and ace 7, and like that's it.
Yeah. And he bets kind of small again. Interesting.
It's almost, I wonder, like, as if Reggie's trying to lay his own price to show the hand down on the river. Like by betting 2 streets here, he's showing strength,
Yeah.
and then that way you're trying to almost ensure that it's going to get checked to him on the river, and you can just kind of check it back. Because oftentimes, if you check back, that once you show some weakness on the turns, players might be inclined to bet much larger on the river, and then you're kind of put in a spot where you're going to have the best hand with some frequency, but you're now going to call off for a much larger bet than you would have liked to show the hand down.
Yep, and that's what happens. He gets to show down.
And that's it. So I think that's actually exactly
Plus,
what
he doesn't have to show
Yeah.
because his opponent has to show first. So
And they can just say, oh, I had ace queen.
yeah, not in this particular game. He can't. Well, he can still say that.
He's got another half hour telling people that he had ace queen.
There's a lot of 30-minute lies at Stones.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have to put my own thoughts out there for everyone, but like that's one of the spots where when I see players I perceive, I think sizing gives away a lot for a lot of players.
Yeah.
And I think that's exactly what Reggie might have been trying to do there, is lay his own price to get showdown on the river. If I keep firing 2 streets, people are going to continue to play in flow and check to me on the river, and I can just pat it back, show the hand down because they're never getting worse to call. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And so
and if it gets check raised or something, you can, it's an easy fold.
Yeah, that's what I'm alluding to, is like in spots where if you feel your opponent is doing that, just trying to either 1, lay his own price to draw, or 2, lay his own price to try to get the showdown in position. You can check raise, bomb river, because your opponent's rarely ever really. I mean, he can be polarized. Or he can have like a set of 3s or something like that, and be really really strong, I suppose. But I mean, he's gonna have more marginal middling hands than he is gonna have monsters there, I feel.
Yeah.
So check raise stuffing pots. I bluff a lot, guys.
So you're saying his opponents could do that?
His opponents could do that, yeah.
Except John had too much showdown value.
Yeah, John doesn't ever need to do that there.
Yeah. So Jack 5-4, 2 hearts. Marty with top pair here. We haven't seen too much from Marty yet.
He's still waiting for the first race to start.
Wow, disco for Brian on the turn. He kind of floats that flop with his 8s.
Act normal. Act normal.
Don't breathe. Act normal, don't breathe.
And Marty, who's not been playing a lot of hands, as he mentioned, is now firing again. Yeah, Brian, those are pocket 8s.
Yeah, you have 3 snowmen.
Beautiful luck box, you. And there's the raise.
Kind of a scary card, just because 6-7 gets there too.
6-7 gets there, the Jack 8's there. This is the only hand of your Marty that you could beat, maybe the 9-10 of hearts might make this play. But I think that sizing, I mean, how often is Brian with that sizing weak? Marty bets 40 and Brian just clicks back and makes it 100.
Right.
8s are coming back in a big way.
Hey, Gary.
8s are very in right now.
And Marty's gonna think like, God, I mean, I haven't played many hands.
Yeah. Well, you were ahead, Marty.
I'm just gonna tell him what's up when it goes.
Marty's wise enough to get away from it.
Text him right now.
Did you see 6-7 8?
Why did 6-7 get there? This is 8.
I love it. That was like my favorite joke for many, many years. Why is 6 afraid of 7?
7, 8, 9.
It's still funny.
It's wonderful.
It's still funny.
I try to tell them to my kids. My kids are like too literal though. They're analytical like I am. I'm like, Dad, no, that doesn't make sense because 8 is spelled E-I-G. I'm like, no, God damn it. Like, get it? And they're like, no. Just stop, Dad. Just stop.
You just eliminated your children's creativity. You're like,
Yeah, how did that?
no, think about it logically.
Yeah. Come on. Because you're holding 2 9s in your hand, you can never have the 9-10 there.
Just squash their imagination.
Yeah.
Jake's kids are talking about blockers. Like.
I feel terrible. Like other kids. Parents have the kids like in dance class and karate and music like that. My kids, we went out this weekend. We played pool.
You guys did.
we played pool. We went
And then
bowling.
you did some poker math.
We did, yeah. All right. Get out your pot odds chart.
Wow. Was that the geometry lesson? Doing all the angles?
Oh, no, exactly. It totally was. Well, no, the truth about it is I'm still just a big kid, honestly. You ever, like, when you were a little kid, you, like, watch a movie and then or something like that, and then you go out and, like play that game or movie like that, in your backyard or whatever, stuff like that. So I watched The Hustler with Paul Newman this weekend. It's a pool shark movie. It sounds like we're like, all right,
nice.
Screw it. We're going to the pool hall right now. Gotta get this out of my system.
Brian leads this flop with bottom pair with the 6 6'4". Alex looks him up with the Jack-10 middle pair. So it looks like Brian checks this flop and Alex bets.
7 comes off.
A little surprised. Brian just check called there.
I don't see Alex going for thin value. I think he's just going to check it back.
Are you coming to play?
I mean, I guess Brian's hoping he has, like Alex has some kind of straight draw.
Well, don't, good. You're my reminder.
A little bit of a hero call on the turn.
That's Brian for you, though. Too Sick Twitch, welcome to the chat. Babyface ATL, Jackie Gleason, that's right, Jackie Gleason also in the Hustler. Played Minnesota Fats.
Oh, you just missed it. You just showed us
I heard it was a crazy story about the ownership of the Dunes Casino and how Bobby Baldwin came to be in control of it, and all had to do with something a bet between Minnesota Fats and some other like player, and like a true story kind of stuff like how Texas Hold'em came to Vegas, kind of like old Doyle
yeah.
Brunson, Amarillo Slim stories. Woman writer asked if I've seen The Color of Money. I was actually watching that today. Grainy YouTube recording was like watching Bigfoot, footage. It's like, I don't know, could be there.
Nice.
I wasn't in love with Pool Hall Junkies. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I watched it. I think it was bad, but I didn't love Pool Hall Junkies.
I recently watched The Big Lebowski again.
Right.
Made me want to go bowling, do a few other things
Do a few other things.
I won't mention. Drink White Russians.
I'm saying, like, my wife started drinking White Russians after watching that movie too many times,
You have to.
and not that she started drinking too many White Russians after watching that film. Limp Pot here.
Is she lactose intolerant?
Not yet. And Daniel's gonna open up the button here with a suited ace. So he makes it 30.
Daniel's been a little quiet lately. Let's see if Marty gets in there with his suited ace in the big blind.
Peter calls the sixes. And once Marty calls, Reggie and Jeremy are both gonna be priced in here, I feel. And here we go. Jeremy's like, God, I got 7-4 off, but like,
if you're gonna limp with King 5 suited or 7-4 off suit,
and here we go. Not the worst flop for Reggie. He flops open-ended.
not finishing that sentence.
Both Marty and Daniel have gut shots.
And backdoor,
And
Nut
backdoor
flush.
and backdoor nut draws.
both of them.
Disco.
Wow.
Both Marty and Daniel get there. And Marty's gonna lead right out at it.
Nobody with hearts here. Can't see anybody doing anything except for Daniel. You think we see a raise from Daniel here? I mean, he has to think that that Marty has an ace as well.
Has to, right? He doesn't want to get free rolled. He's just gonna call.
Yeah.
Board pairs.
See, in PLO,
Yeah. Pot.
when Marty checks to your here, you can just barrel. Pot.
Yeah. He never called the chop here, can he?
Just pot it out. He's gonna put the pressure on here. I like this bet. I mean, he has to think that Marty was leading with just an ace and not a 2-pair type hand or set.
Marty calls off. Chop chop.
Marty's like, thank goodness. See, unfortunately, those moves just don't work anymore. It's so boring.
Yeah, so it's so tough.
We're so rough. But he just flatted the turn. He must have had 2-pair. I quit. Rick and Barstow confirmed there were 2 suitored ace-5s in that hand.
It can't happen.
It can
We
happen.
have the technology.
Crazy. T. Burke with the Amarillo Slim story.
Yeah, how many people have those, you know?
Wow.
I
Very
want an
nice.
Emerald Slim story.
Sick life.
Limpers. Peter's gonna abuse them.
Limp alert.
Flaccid pod. Peter makes it 35 to go on
Get
the
'em,
button.
Peter. Get 'em.
Man, what's up, brother? Think so? Have I been drinking way too many? No.
Now, Jeremy folds. I think Kelly will probably fold too, just because it heads up out of position. Yeah.
Yeah, if a couple other people got in there, I could see Kelly coming along. Try to smack him with the 6-4.
TX Poker 30. What's up?
What up? Thanks for joining us, everyone. Make sure you click that heart follow button below the screen so you can get notifications when we go live.
Have you committed to playing any and or all of the events for the Stones Classic? The schedule? Do you know anything you're gonna play yet?
I haven't like officially committed, but
Officially committed, but you can eyeball on a couple events.
yeah, I'll play everything I can. I'm gonna be commentating with Bart for the Monster Stack.
Pending that you don't final table. Or
Yeah,
are you
I
just,
figured
are you
I
just,
just
are you just
wouldn't
not
play,
gonna, oh,
just
you're just not gonna
because
fire the
I'm
event? Oh,
gonna-
because you can. Okay. I'm not
have to talk to our
skipping the
boss,
main.
but-
I'm not skipping the main just because I'm scheduled to commentate.
Yeah, well that makes, I mean, that's a little different.
Yeah. Both players with flush draws here. Kelly
Wow.
G with the best flush draw, also has an inside straight draw.
Wow. Never fold. Reggie
Jeremy
with the
leads.
best hand now, with the top pair, backdoor clubs.
But with a bet and a call in front of him, 10-6 out of position. Yeah, it's good enough for a call. Double gutter now for Kelly.
Jeremy's gonna lead out.
I love it. Raise.
No fear.
Kelly.
I like it. Raise sauce. Raise sauce.
Only eats 10 can continue here. Come on. Kelly.
Yeah.
Kelly. Kelly calls. It's alright. She's got the best of it.
Yeah.
And now I don't see how Reggie can keep going with the 10-6 here. Folds the only pair.
I mean, pretty awesome for Kelly. Gets the only person with any equity in the hand to fold.
And now Jeremy.
Heart would have been nice for her. Oh, that's pretty sick, because... And Kelly thinks she's bluffing.
Hiya.
Bluffing with the best hand. It's pretty sick because Jeremy, if he barrels there, he probably gets a fold.
And such a draw-heavy flop. Is Kelly
Interesting.
not going to be raising the turn if she had ace-10? If you think that Kelly's best hand there is like a hand like king-10, queen-10, the third barrel just might get her off? Maybe? I mean, it's kind of hard to. I guess you're only repping, like ace-king, ace-queen type hands that just happen to smack the turn.
Yeah.
So I think Kelly probably still calls there with most of her tens. So probably a good shutdown by Jeremy, maybe probably, or just blunt force trauma. Let's not think about it. I missed. I need a fire to take down the pot.
I can only win if I bet. Barrel.
Jeremy with the aces. And And he min races.
Ooh-wee.
What a sicko. It's gonna bring everyone in. And we got four-way action. King 6-5, 2 diamonds. Brian hits his king. Reggie with backdoor diamonds and backdoor straight. And Kelly G is gonna probably save some money in the pot.
55.
Jeremy's gonna continue. Into 3 opponents. Looks pretty strong. Especially after the min the min 3-bet.
Brian calls with his king and backdoor diamonds.
Wow, and a 9 on the turn.
Kelly.
Sick. Pretty hard for her to float
Yeah,
with
that's
two
pretty,
people behind
two people
her
behind.
there.
That's pretty standard fold.
Yeah, if it were heads up, I could definitely see her floating and seeing a turn. Jeremy bets 110 on the turn, gets called. 7 of spades.
No, if you're Jeremy here, do you ever consider, I wonder, like checking, maybe trying to get your opponent to bluff busted
I
diamonds?
think so. I think it's a
Or are
good...
you just like trying to get, hey, maybe he's got a king here and he's gonna
yeah,
call me off.
try to get value from king, queen, king, jack, king 10.
Brian says, show it, prove it. TX Booker, makes a comment about, calling a raise, running the gun with king 10. At that point, you can be in like such an incredible price. Even if you're positive your opponent's ahead of you, which I'm sure Brian is, you're being laid at 11 billion to 1.
You said under the gun? He was on the button now.
In the small blind. Oh yeah, he's calling under the gun raise with king 10. Yeah, he was in the blinds. TX Booker's wondering why is Brian calling it under the gun raise with king 10 off.
Yeah.
Because he'd already called the first open. And then after Jeremy,
2 cards.
yeah, he got 2
2 Broadway.
He's got 2 quad draws. Fold.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I would lean towards checking the aces there on the river, check calling. It's like a kind of a good bluff card for him.
Hey,
For his opponent.
You can still get your opponent to value bet his kings,
Yeah.
and you also can get him to value bet or to bluff his diamond draws.
But I mean, if you put him right on like king, queen, king, jack, king 10 type hand,
You
then
can-
I think
you can just get a bet in,
yeah. Yeah. I think he got max value there. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of reverse implied odds with the king 10 off versus that
For sure.
opponent's range. And that's just where you gotta kind of balance. You gotta be willing to fold a lot of your one pair type hands.
35.
Jeremy flops bottom 2 here with the old deuce 4 ball.
Mind you, Jeremy showed down that bluff earlier with the king queen, so it's not like he's totally incapable of firing multiple straights with air.
Reggie has the flush draw here, 10-8.
And John pops it. John takes the ace king, and it looks like he made it 115, 120
Wow. So Jeremy leads 45.
with bottom 2.
And we have seen Jeremy lead pretty light, like that one time on a very similar board he led with
Just a pair of
ace
fours with ace 4, yeah.
with middle pair.
And folded to a raise.
Yeah.
Now, same dynamic, different hand.
And they got Reggie to fold his flush draw.
35, yeah.
Wow, and Jeremy's gonna lead really small in the turn here. 305 in the pot. Jeremy leads for 35. If you're John, how do you not pop that bet? It's just like, please let me get the
so
showdown, please
weird,
let me get the
like,
showdown.
They lead, you raise, they call. Lead again. He's
Now
gonna raise again.
John actually picks up an inside straight draw here on the turn. He can make a straight with a 3. And it's another quick
Sick.
call from Jeremy.
Wow.
The board's now a one-liner to a straight, and
He's gonna do it again.
35.
John is
And
so
John
mad.
just says, how do I, there's 555 in the pot.
John is thinking, is this real life?
And he just, wow.
I swear that's what's been happening to me like, every session.
I feel John's pain there. Just like,
Every session. What is
can't
happening?
you just check to me? Let me like bomb like 250 here, and I just snap out of you. Always like feel better than like you're 555 in the pot. Your opponent it's like 45, and you have to fold. So gross.
Oh man. So
Weird.
Jay Grayor. Girl? Yes, this is the West Coast. Yeah, we are in Northern California, Citrus Heights, outside of Sacramento.
That was a weird hand.
That was a very weird hand.
My brain hurts.
So, you know, people are saying that was like a weird line with the Ace King, but you should realize that in a very similar like spot.
Well, yeah, we saw the exact same spot. Just
Almost the
about.
same. Jeremy led a very similar type board with
Yeah.
Ace 4 with a pair of 4s.
Yeah, it was on 10-4 or whatever it was.
Yeah, and-
player popped him and he let it go. It's kind of like one of those I want to see where I'm
and
at.
it was actually
spots.
John. John
Yeah,
raised
same
him,
thing.
and Jeremy just let it go. So it kind of felt like a very, a hand like that. So I think that's why John was going with that.
Yeah, and then he picks up the straight draw on the turn. I mean, he's got a gut shot and
And you
2
can't
overs.
just call the turn bet, like.
Yeah, I know. You got. I mean. It's too weird. My brain hurts. Top 2 for Reggie. Jeremy and John both have spades. Jeremy's gonna call. I got one whole spade and I can get there, god damn it. That's not it.
Or not.
Ace is full for
Decent
Reggie.
card for Reggie. Check raise, check raise.
Check raise.
Check raise.
Check raise,
Raise,
Reggie.
yes, queen high. Check raise, Reggie.
Reggie. What do you think? If you think his opponent maybe called with the 9 on the turn, it's gonna less likely to be ace, or make it harder for Reggie to have an ace. Maybe he thinks he can get called from 9-10, King, Jack 9, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Reggie's just hoping Jeremy has an ace.
I think he might call the 9.
yeah, sure.
It checked her on the flop,
Oh, I did, okay.
and then yeah, it fires again. Poker Pro Eric. Let's get Poker Pro Eric in the booth.
Yeah.
Let him spew
Why
some
not?
wisdom.
Yeah, for sure.
Shower us
He's
with
always running
presents.
his mouth in the chat. You know what, Poker Pro Eric? Get down here.
Wasn't he supposed to play
Put
in
your
the
money where your mouth
Wasn't he supposed to play in the Veronica and Friends game?
I feel like he was supposed to at one point. Was it the
Eric,
last one?
I thought he was. Eric, weren't you supposed to play in the Veronica and Friends game? I'm not sure. Peter makes it 25 to go with the King Jack off. Jeremy comes along, King 10 off. John's gonna do a little set lining with his 3s, and we go through it to the flop.
6-5-5. John's 2 pairs, still good. Seven on the turn. Now John's gonna bet it. Peter says nope. Jeremy's out too.
I think John thinks on the pile the best hand. Poker Pro Eric says that he did play in the Veronica and Friends game. I think he's bluffing. I'm gonna look him up.
I think he's bluffing too. Hold on.
It's like quad to nothing here, right?
It's a polarized bluff there, Eric. It's either yes or no.
Man.
Can somebody confirm that? T-Burke said he lied.
He lied. There it is.
Alright, confirm.
Poker Pro Eric says he calls. Oh man.
Oh, he did it in July.
Here. Oh wow. I don't remember that happening. Did I commentate that game? Was I sober that day?
If you did.
Anybody else like service?
Jeremy raises it up with 8-3 suited in the hijack. John says, I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm going to defend my button with Jack 4 suited. Puppy feet.
Suited perfectly. God damn, you beat me to it. God.
Confirmed that you did commentary that day.
Sobriety's hard.
Hey, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Was that
John
ace 5-5?
flops a flush draw.
Ace 5-5.
Two puppy feet.
All the
I thought
puppy
you were
feet.
gonna say it.
Damn it.
Jeremy gives up the bluff.
Check bet fold.
Wah wah.
It's not the best board for Jeremy Board. I mean, you have the ace out there, yes, you did raise pre-flop. But on ace 5-5 and what worse hands are calling you, even if you had, you can, I guess you can see that ace king, but you're only getting value from worse aces, which you're blocking. It's kind of really hard for anyone to have. I mean, I think ace king on ace 5-5 is it's a pretty standard check. So it's not the best board.
Who's blocking that?
Well, I'm saying hypothetically,
If you have
if you had ace king, yeah. So it's if you're Jeremy,
Yeah, I think.
it's not the best board. I feel like it's not the best board to just dry bluff at.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when you open the pot with 8-3 suited, you know, you're
Or
kind
you
of,
can just bludgeon and like, hey, unless he's got clubs, or 5, or an ace, or the deuce 3, like 3, 4.
You're looking for a different kind of flop to
Yeah,
roll
different
there.
flop, different flop.
different flop, different board texture. Marty's like, give me something to work with here. Queen, queen, 6, pretty good flop for John. What? Yes. John makes triples. Jeremy says you can have that one too.
Here we go. Jay Gray, I'm butchering name. Grayorl, I'm butchering this.
Jay Gray.
Said he'd be 3-betting everything in position versus these opening ranges. The thing about it is, if they're also calling though, I mean, you really should probably only be 3-betting for value. I mean, yeah, you can open up your 3-bet value range. I would suppose.
Yeah.
Sort of like value betting, 3-bet value betting, like hands like Ace Jack, King Queen even. If players are just really, you feel they really aren't that light. But if you're gonna call that, I wouldn't be 3-bet bluffing these players that often. If they're calling that wide
Yeah.
pre.
Kelly wakes up with 2 kings here. She will 3-bet that.
It's an open to 50. Yeah, we still have the $10 straddle.
Straddle, yeah.
$10 straddle, and
She opens to 50.
John makes a quick call with 10-8 of diamonds. Daniel's got a call here with a 7-8 of hearts, right? Yeah, he does.
Kelly's like, for real, guys?
The one spot she didn't want to be is out of position.
Yeah, she hasn't got much to work with. So they're probably putting her on a pretty strong range, and they both have like, sneaky hands that can sneak up on big hands.
Or with crackers.
Comes Brian and Jeremy.
Ace crackers.
Here we go.
And Kelly's like, all right, never mind.
Ace 8-6.
2 hearts. Daniel with apparent a flush draw here.
And Kelly's gonna see bet anyway.
Kelly has the King of Hearts blocker.
That's right.
I quit poker. 6, 7, 8, Jonathan Little.
No, 678 is Jonathan Little's life coach. That would have been a fun spot to raise if you're Daniel.
Oh, did he not? I thought he was raising. Okay, so Kelly continues for 150 and Daniel just flats.
And gets there. Now, Kelly, as you mentioned, does have the king heart, so Kelly's now has the net heart draw.
She's gonna check and hope that Daniel does not bet too much.
Maybe Kelly, do you ever think about like double barreling there and trying to get your opponent to fold ace no heart? Something like a weaker ace possibly? I don't.
Say that again?
If you're Kelly, do you ever think about double barreling there and maybe trying to get your opponent to fold the weak ace? Obviously, you never get him to fold
Yeah.
hearts. But if your opponent either has hearts or an ace here,
Yeah. Could get them to
do you think that you can ever get him to fold a hand like, maybe ace 10?
Yeah.
I don't know, with no heart.
She's gonna call, hope for a heart. There just aren't that many left. Hold on.
6 outs.
7? And Kelly cannot love this.
Daniel stuffs it. I don't see any way Kelly can call off here.
Yeah.
Everything got there.
Bad spot.
Good fold, Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, once he calls that flop, and then hearts get there.
Of course, it's absolutely sick if he does that with the 8-9 there. It's kind of wizardry,
Yeah.
Rep the heart,
It was
stuff the river.
possible, just, I think he has way too many, value hands there.
That's why, hey, if you're going to bluff the 8-9 there, then you deserve it,
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, good for you. I'm the worst, I fold.
Flash Gordon number 2. Flash Gordon Jr.
Victor Blom 1. C-bet 5-way king, C-bet 5-way king on a 5-way flop. But I still don't think I said that right. Yeah, I'm not in love with it.
I think he meant, ace high flop.
On an ace high flop, yeah. I think it's sort of kind of like a fine dance. You're trying to be balanced there and not turning your hand face up.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5-way.
Son 11.
As it was, she got value from the one worst hand that could call her. Fortunately, the hand drew out on her.
True. And unfortunately for her, she had the King of Hearts in her hand, and that made her
Kept her
call
in,
the turn.
yeah.
I love wasting. They have an inspection process they go through.
Yeah. It looked fine, but
Sometimes you just don't know. Big one, huh? You just killed my friend.
Yeah, kings can lose sometimes.
Poker Pro Eric said the Kings really suck, especially since they got rid of Seth Curry. We wish Seth
Oops.
well. We had fun with him on the stream. Surely he'll be back. 8-6-5, all spades. Brian with the inside straight draw, spade draw.
Jeremy is going to lead out here. There's a pair of 5s.
I love babyface detail. They don't make king like they used to.
So true.
Brian's gonna call the inside straight draw, spade draw.
Jeremy's gonna fire again and get called again. Pretty sick value there.
Ace.
Ace of diamonds.
That's a card you. If you're Brian, you got to stuff, right?
Slow down the action.
Oh, shut it down! Wow. I would have.
I mean, yeah.
Brian was
has,
calling with like the dry, ace of spades.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a bet there by Brian would have worked, but as it was, he didn't feel like it.
Well, that's also another reason why I'm not necessarily in love with on a 3-spade board just
check calling
down with it. I mean, because if a 4th spade comes off, I mean, what's the worst hand
it's
they're going to call you with? Yeah,
that, your hand is.
You're turning your hand face up when also the spade comes off and you bet. I mean,
and there are very few cards you can bluff.
Yeah.
On the river, like an ace is one of them.
That's one of them.
He wasn't going to bluff on the river, or on that ace.
So we just give away kings here at Stones. Alex now, who by now all these players who are watching the stream saw Alex's move with the 7-3, and now Alex picks up kings here.
35. 35.
$10 straddle, and Alex with 35 to go.
Right over here. Service is over there.
And John with ace queen.
Beautiful hand to wake up within the straddle.
Yeah, and John was the
John was the victim of the 7-3 move.
Yeah, that's right.
This could get fun.
Quit reading my mind.
John just calls. I'm a little surprised.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
3 players.
The 7-3 gets there.
That's a sick card.
10-7-3, 2 clubs. Jeremy's in there. Suited king. Pretty nice board for kings here. He's gonna bet 65, about 2/3 pot. John's gonna look him up.
Jack on the turn springs a little bit of life into John. Fortunately for him, Alex is blocking 2 of the kings. He can make for a straight. He still is live with an ace. Got 4 outs.
125.
The only hand if you're Alex here you really worry about is Jack 10. 9-8 gets there as well. The 9-8, the Jack 10. Does John ever turn his hand into a bluff here?
I mean,
Check raise, rep the 9-10, rep the 9-8.
I feel like it's pretty hard for John to just check call. I mean, what's his plan on the river?
To get there, you just bink. That's what happens. That's the plan. And you reveal your opponent to make top set.
I forgot about that
You
plan.
forget about getting there.
Yeah.
Holy hell. Here we go. A little bit of retribution here. Now John.
No, bet more.
Bet more.
Bet it all.
And Alex with a quick call.
Tap call.
Oh, yeah.
Alex is like, seriously?
Whee!
Alright, let's call it even, guys. Jeez.
So sick.
Oh my gosh. How? Wow.
Poker. John just nails the gutter that ensures that Alex is going to pay him off too.
Oh, that's so sick.
Props to Alex for not raising.
In all fairness, he did have 5 outs.
4. Well, five outs with 4 true outs. I think there's mutt cards and something other like that, but there was another. There was one of those outs was mutt 3. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, traditionally, 5 outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 aces, 2 kings. Live poker's rigged. I love it.
Kings can't win at Stones, that's all.
I mean, we talk about that, like with players who play online poker and you play all the large volume of hands that you play, you're gonna see so much nasty stuff that happen. People get that bad taste in their mouth, like, oh god, online poker's rigged.
Yeah.
The same junk happens live. We all see it just live happen. You just kind of pass it like, oh well, that's a cooler, it's a bad beat, And,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Behind all them little buttons, I can't trust.
Especially with those sticky Stones players.
We got the sickness. We really do.
We really do. Everyone. It's spreading.
That beat.
Is this online poker? Is this live? Is this real life?
Ace 3-5. Both Peter and Brian hit their aces. Brian's got an inside straight shot to go along with his, although he does have a worse kicker. Peter wastes no time.
Red Sava. Is this real money? Yep, these are real chippies that represent real monies.
Queen on the turn. Check, check, perhaps?
So Peter's going to check call here with the ace-10. He suspects he has the best hand, and he is correct. That's... The queen pairs the board on the river. If Peter was ahead on the turn, he should still be ahead.
10 plays.
When Brian checks back, Peter's good. It's real money and real poker, but fake commentators.
Yeah. Does not compute.
Really does not. We're on a 25-minute delay, watching the game live. Commentary is live.
Straddle's live.
Straddle's also live.
5-5-10 to go right now. Jeremy's gonna try to limp in. Kelly's about to pick up some queens on the button.
Alright, let's try again, Kelly.
Everybody's like fall asleep. So I'm just gonna say random shit. Except for random morning. Here comes the 8. I need an 8, okay? Put an 8 on
Yeah,
the
there
board.
have been a handful of live straddles here and there.
And once again, Kelly picks up an ace on her big pair.
Unreal, unreal. She's gonna bet it. She's like, put me out of my misery. Let's just end this hand.
like, yeah, please,
just fold.
just don't get
I'm gonna
there.
move on with my
You
life.
have queen active cards. I have 9-4 cards. When you're drawing the 8 came up, it wouldn't matter if I called you not. I still would have lost.
Hi, Call. Welcome to the chat.
Oh, you had cards too.
I had 9-4. You had queen. I was dead either.
Yeah, we have 5-5 PLO every second Monday of the month
Yeah.
with the Deej Poker guys. That's a good game. You guys should get in.
20 now, quick. 20 go.
Veronica asks who's playing Sunday. Is this Sunday the last Sunday of the month?
Say what?
Is this upcoming Sunday the last Sunday of the month? We're the worst. Like, how do we not know these things? Someone made a move.
True story.
Yes, it is. So this Sunday, guys, it's our 40K guarantee, 350 buy-in, one-day event now. We were previously streaming the final table on Monday. It's now a one-day event, 40K guarantee, 350 buy-in, 15K starting stack. This Sunday, starting at 10 a.m. here at Stone's Gambling Hall. 40-minute levels. I believe we have, what, 6 or 8 levels of registration? Long time to register. Get down here.
Yeah.
Barrel. And Kelly picking up kings again. Jesus. Top set for Kelly.
Wow. Oh.
And Jeremy's open-ended. And Reggie's got the nut diamonds.
Oh my gosh.
Chips.
Oh my gosh.
Stuff it, everyone.
Stuff it. All in, all in, all in.
Wow, and Reggie does.
Wow.
Says
wow.
eat it.
He just open shoves. So sick.
He opened jams 655 into what, $150 pot?
I think so.
Yeah. And now Jeremy is asking for a count, and Kelly's licking her chops. Kelly's flopped a nut here.
Kelly's like, hold on. I have the best possible hand right now.
He's like, do I know? There's a king, queen, eight. She's like, there's 9, 10. No,
Hold on.
it's like,
Is there a
hold on.
straight? Is there a flush? What's happening? This is so sick. Jeremy's really thinking about this. This is crazy.
This is not Hollywooding.
Yeah.
Oh, the chip goes back on the cards.
Oh my.
Oh, that's good. And here's Kelly just like, yes.
Dude, they listen to you. You're like, just stuff it,
Everyone
everyone.
just
And they're all like, okay.
All right, well, he's got a point.
Good point, I have outs.
Oh, Jesus. The terrible part with Jeremy is that Reggie's blocking all of his outs.
That's pretty gross.
Blocking the ace, blocking the 9. And the other aces and 9s are tainted. One of those blocking, well, yeah, sorry.
Tainted cards.
Wow. Good job, Val.
Sorry. It's too much.
Oh, this is sick. Jeremy's cutting out a call. And look at Kelly. Look at Kelly. He's like,
Kelly's like, how much you got, bro?
act normal. Act normal.
Act normal, don't breathe. Don't breathe, cover your mouth.
We can forget all about that king, that previous king hand that did you wrong.
That wasn't cute, I like
That was,
guy
yeah.
just leaning over like, what you got, bro?
Oh.
This is so sick, man.
Everyone, Reggie just open stuffs it.
Dude, gamble here at Stones. Like, it's so crazy.
This is...
Angry Pollock, do not sleep.
Now they can run it up to 3 times here on the stream,
I was forget about that.
right?
So Kelly has what, 950 behind? Yeah, I mean,
Jeremy's
obviously
yeah.
she's just gonna get it in if he
Here it
flats.
goes. Here it goes.
He flats.
He
It's
flats.
gonna be 300 more
Kelly.
to him.
And she snapped jams. And now it's back on Jeremy for the side. Yes!
Well, he's obviously not folding.
You can't fold now. You can't.
This is so sick. Kelly's like, clear the board one time. Oh my gosh. Are they allowed to...
What have we done here?
Oh, you made this happen.
Jesus Christ.
You are responsible for
Everyone
this.
just stuff it. And like,
Okay, Jake. Jake said.
Oh, I've seen them say it once before. It's good. And they can never call unless they got a set here.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Hold on. Are they allowed to run it 3 times 3 ways though? I thought it was only heads up.
I'm not sure about that. You're
I
right.
think it might only be heads up.
Only be heads up.
And
Oh,
I
that's so
don't know
gross.
if I don't know if anyone's gonna bring it up. You know.
Kelly's got to fade the world.
Yeah. She really does.
Thankfully for her, Reggie's blocking the world. Oh, sickness.
She needs the board to pair.
Ah. Now she gets a side
Reggie
from.
gets there and she gets
shakes the side.
about a $700 side pot. 600 maybe. It's pretty sick.
Whee!
Man, not Kelly's night. She finally starts getting these monsters and just getting crushed.
Hiya. So that just happened.
That did happen.
Christ.
Wow.
Live poker's rigged.
Yeah, it is. Check the cards.
That's another one.
Check the cards.
There's like 150 in
Reggie
the pot.
just gets there immediately.
Yeah, like, no, don't worry, I got it. Like,
There might have been like 200. I don't know
Snap
how
time.
much. I don't know how much Kelly made at pre-flop.
I think it was like 55 because Charlotte each made like 50, 55. There's like somewhere around like 150 in the pot, and Reggie opened jams for 650. Poker's alive and well.
Yeah, it really is in Sacramento.
I get chips on 11.
Come on down, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 5-5 game that's off the chain right now. Mind you, the deck's
And
cooperating
it's
quite a bit
ongoing.
with us, but like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Turn big step for me.
God.
Can we ban poker for Eric for like a little more
Probably will,
timeout?
huh?
Can we put people in timeout?
Oh, God. The funny,
JFK Stones in
yeah,
Hawaii.
that's crazy. I forget about like, 3 ways. Yeah, I don't think they let them run it more than.
Yeah.
I would wonder though, because
I
money's all in
believe-
it. If the 3-way players like all 3 ways, it's gotta
If
be
they're
consensual.
all-
But like, yeah, if they're all like, if they all agree,
Yeah, it should always be consensual. I agree.
so.
I agree.
But if, yeah, so if the 3-way is consensual, it can. And now Reggie's got kings. Jesus. Everyone's got kings. Wow. The straddle's still on. Here
I'm
we
not
go.
getting salty. I was just.
Yeah, I wonder.
Let's
I'm
try the
not-
needle.
I'm not sure if they can run it if they can run it 3 times when they're not heads up. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard only heads up. You can run it multiple times.
I'm running I would
could be
ask
wrong.
JFK Stone's TD, but he's got an umbrella in his drink somewhere right now.
Yeah.
So who knows?
He's,
God.
He's half naked on the beach right now.
Yeah, it's surprised Reggie did an open jam there with kings.
Oh my gosh, right?
Reggie makes it 30 to go over the
Such
straddle.
a sick jam, and he just gets there immediately. He gets called in 2 spots.
Right? And you gotta hit it, right?
Gets there immediately. Fades the board pairing.
Yeah.
Nice life. Sick life. Reggie. Rocking the Hillman shirt. I like it.
9-4-4. And Reggie is running purest Colombian
Wow.
cocaine.
Wow. So
All right,
pure.
like, I'll show you what to do with some kings.
So pure.
Like
Yeah, just get like the easiest board ever.
It's only
Yeah, I am getting salty. I just didn't realize it. Somebody asked me if I was getting salty, and I didn't think I was, but turns out.
Reggie opened a 30 under the gun, and Brian called with the Jack 3.
And Jeremy flopped a 9 there. I'm surprised he let it go so quickly.
Last good one, Reggie.
So sick, man.
So sick.
KCM, open fold kings, new strat. I like it. You know, you gotta have everything in your playbook.
Ayah. It looks like 6 7/8 point salt into alcohol sugar.
That's really funny. Did you guys plan that?
He's like, okay, ready?
Oh,
1,
no.
2, 3, now.
I call your sugar's getting super salty.
Yeah, where do we go for Reggie's training insight? Like, Running Good by Reggie.
Yeah.
When's the book coming out?
When to open over jam.
God, that was just.
25.
Yeah.
Man, you've seen some crazy stuff.
Alex makes it 25 to go. Queenie of the clubs. Peter with the 4s comes along. Reggie, don't fold anything right now, brother. You're like,
Reggie, never fold.
it's gonna get there. And Brian, who's now decided to play anything in the deck, is now in with the 8-3. One hand after playing Jack 3. 9-9-10. And Reggie
Flops the nuts.
Reggie flops it. He's just,
Flops it. Top pair. Nut.
checks through.
Oh man.
King on the turn, and Reggie's still good. Does put 3 hearts out there.
He picks
Reggie
up,
also has the heart draw.
Got shot straight flush draw, no?
And it's 10s full for Reggie because Reggie likes to party. Just
Easy game right now. Don't you love when poker's easy?
God.
Yeah, no one has anything to look him up with. Poor Reggie. Poor Reggie gets no value.
How's he run so bad?
Poor Reggie.
And I'm sure in true poker player fashion, he'll complain about that hand later, like, and like, no one even like, you know, not
Yeah,
in there, or, like, or hearts or nothing.
getting value.
A 9.
I feel like he's not about to complain.
Nah, I think Reggie's feeling just fine.
Like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kelly was seen slashing his tires in the parking lot. No, we kid.
Good, we joke.
Kelly took a couple on the chin. I mean, that was not a good series of run before. I mean, it's pretty big hands.
Yeah.
I mean, even when she had the queens, the ace flopped. I mean, she really had nothing to get value out of there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty rough night. You know, you're card dead, and then you start getting monsters, and then everyone, you know, you just always have second best.
Second monster.
Second monster. It's not fun. Then you're like, hold on, I miss when I was just card dead.
Yeah.
You know, and not
Can I go back to folding
losing
now?
massive pots.
Peter makes a 25 to go with the 7s. Reggie folds 7-8.
What? How did he know?
Brian's got straight blockers. Nifty 26, we are at Stone's Gambling Hall just outside Sacramento, California. In the beautiful town of Massachusetts.
And if you can get here, you should get here.
We're throwing a little party in the 5-5 game.
Yeah, we also have double jackpots tonight for Omaha.
Yeah, we do. We were playing some Omaha before the stream started.
Yeah, Jake and I were
I had a 12 card wrap and a double flush
throwing
draw.
some chips around.
I get there and I lose.
Yeah, no low draw.
Yeah, there was that. I made a low though. I made a junk low and a flush.
You did.
Got scooped.
And the best low almost mucked.
God, I know, right?
Yeah, so you always got to count that equity.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. And when you're playing,
People misreading their hand equity.
yeah, you have to consider that, like, it'll the probability that,
Factor that in.
If one of them makes a
Worth at
pair,
least
they'll
a
probably
couple
misread their hand.
percent.
Like, I made a pair, I don't even know what I have anymore. Fold.
Yes, it is a beautiful card room though. If you have not checked it out, got some good tournaments, great food, nice people. 4 ways here on the 9-6-4 flop. Jeremy with top pair, backdoor hearts.
And Brian's not done yet.
Makes it 55. Brian has a gutter ball. Bink.
Whee!
The gutters just can't lose tonight.
Hi, I'm Brian and I got there.
He just flats.
Not a good card.
That 8 kind of kills his action.
Or not.
Or not. Or it's fine. He's like, pretty sure I'm still good. Let me make sure.
Hey, Brian, maybe you raise small, click back, make it like 75 more, like 100 more. He's just gonna call. No, he does raise. There we go. All right, thank you. I like it.
Yeah.
Good sizing.
Yeah, he might get a call out of maybe a random 5 or 2 pair, something like that.
Whenever you ever think about, like, rather than, like you said, because on that board texture, that with that size, no, it looks so value-y. If you ever think we're just going the other way with it, and like going polarized, like just making like a pot size bet there, trying to get someone to hero call you off like 2 pair.
Yeah.
Because it's such a good card to bluff too,
Yeah.
right?
I think with. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you think your opponent's capable of hero calling you, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that card is just so coordinated when just a 10 makes a straight, but.
Also spades, get their backdoor spades.
Yeah, backdoor spades.
Now Jeremy can play in a lot of hands. He picks up aces. Brian's at ace queen suited.
Nice.
Reggie's got 4s. We'll probably see a 4-4 ace queen flop out there, like, somehow.
Pretty much. Somehow. We don't know how many aces there are in this deck.
So you're just gonna cap the deck and just turn it face up and like, you guys put the money in. We'll do the science later.
Let's go.
Brian makes it 40 to go. Reggie's gonna flat.
And Jeremy just has aces here in the small blind. Man, I would like a little bit bigger sizing here. Looks like you made it 125?
140?
140?
140. Yeah, 140.
Okay, okay. Pretty good.
Part for Reggie is that
Brian's coming along. Reggie can't fold. He's on fire.
that's true. He's not getting the right price to
Está
draw
en
against.
fuego.
Yeah. And there's a 4 for Reggie.
And King Jack of clubs?
Aces, royal draw, bottom set.
What is happening right now? Is this real life? Guys, welcome to the internet. I mean, they're all just gonna stuff it, right?
Just stuff it, guys. Open jam,
Open jam,
snap,
call,
re-snap.
re-snap, jam, over, jam, shove.
He is, and there goes, look. He's just gonna open stuff the
Obviously.
aces.
Because he only has like
470. Brian's gonna
55,
snap.
470. Okay.
Brian's gonna reach jam, and Reggie snaps.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, especially with their stack sizes here, like, you know, they're not getting away from these hands ever. How does Jeremy have 5% with aces here?
Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Jesus, yes. Wow.
Let's just go 10 of clubs, 4 of diamonds.
Yes,
or no, or
Hollywood flop,
4
for
of
sure.
hearts.
Please hold.
And jackpot.
All in.
Seriously.
Right?
What if there's a jackpot on
Rejam.
stream? How sick.
Brian stuffs it, and now Reggie.
Jackpot, jackpot, jackpot.
Reggie might worry that he's set over set here. It was a
Yeah,
3-bet
yeah,
pot.
yeah,
Brian opened.
true.
Brian can have jacks.
Yeah,
There's no reason to think that Jeremy can't have kings here.
for sure. I just
But
feel like
against
it's not
something you
folding
just
to
never.
like, what is it, 500 to him? I don't think he's.
No, I don't like
amount.
the way Jeremy's holding these cards here.
Yeah, I don't. Why? He's like.
And he calls. There he
Okay,
goes.
I guess he had already called.
4
And-
and king of
Oh
clubs.
my God!
Royal.
Reggie fills up on the turn, and
Brian hits a-
Rivers a royal.
Yes.
Poker's not dead.
I get a GA
We're getting a
on
lot of help
11.
from the deck here. Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Live
wow.
poker's rigged.
Oh my wow.
Hey, remember that time just now when like all these like big hands happened? Wow.
On the internet?
Yeah. Yeah. I get to see someone like back home like watching like the office like, nope, it's on the internet. It's rigged. Ain't having it. Internet poker's rigged.
Still technically the internet.
See that shit you're streaming there? It's all rigged.
Oh my God.
Never
There
happens.
is a bad beat jackpot, but quads have to be beat. So
Yeah, any quads beat.
If that turn was a 4 instead of a king,
Then we have disco.
we would have had the jackpot. It's quad 2's beat, right?
Any quads beat.
Any quads beat.
Any quads beat.
Wow.
Whee!
Wow. Oh my wow.
And just like stop it, everyone, just get it in. Don't waste time. Don't
Guys,
check
everybody just-
shove seed bet. No,
Everybody just get it in there.
just like stuff it, snap,
Stuff
snap.
it. Standard.
It's funny with the action with it being a 3-bet pot on that board texture. Reggie didn't just snap stuff it. I mean, he had to think about that. He had to be really, really worried. Namely, that he's up against a bigger set there. Where Brian can easily have jacks.
Yeah, he has
Brian
to
can
be
have
afraid
jacks,
of jacks. Or kings.
and Jeremy can have kings. And I don't think Brian ever has kings there in that hand. I think he definitely have jacks.
I think the fact that Jeremy could also have aces or ace king
Yes.
and just get it in there with the stack size. But you know, what's Brian calling with there? I think with the 2 clubs out there, Reggie just decides.
You just have to, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a straight
He can have
draw
some,
possibility, flush draw
Brian might have
possibility.
some king jack. I mean, that's really, really getting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, possibly for
He can
sure.
have some king
Yeah,
jack.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Is that true? Main pot was 1600, side pot was
And Peter has kings. We are dealing out of a pinochle deck tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Get down here to Stone's Gambling Hall, and we're just giving away big pairs, and nothing holds, by the way. Nothing holds. So tread lightly.
But you can make a royal flush.
Yeah, he's just like,
Flushes are working.
Flushes work. Flushes are getting there.
what do you want me to do, man?
It's like a fisherman, like, oh, what are they biting on today? Like, just walking, like, what are they biting? Big pears.
Big pears.
Big pears are biting hard today.
Not flying big pears.
God, sets, pears, nothing's good.
He said,
No hand to save.
Especially when they turn into sets.
I actually couldn't take less wrestling.
Anyway, when you're,
Yeah, sets no good.
yeah, no good.
Oh my god. That was real life.
This really just happened.
That was-
That was really a sequence of hands that just happened. Like,
I'll believe it when I watch the replay.
yeah, I'll go back and record it. All right. So we probably shouldn't have dropped past it before we came in the booth here.
Yeah.
So just like imagining all
Now
these like,
you're
crazy hands happening.
Really not believing it.
Wow. Unreal.
Oh my gosh.
What a sequence of events.
Wow. Can't even. Oh my.
Marty makes it 40 to go with the ace queen.
Yeah, it was only 300.
Daniel comes along with a 7-8 suited.
Oh, did I? Oh, yeah, you have line 10. You're right. Sorry.
He called so fast, I went. I put him on king.
Heads up.
Before the flop. Boy, was I wrong.
Ace 10-10.
Marty finally hitting, connecting with the
Why couldn't I
board
have
here.
kings instead of aces?
He has not gotten much to work with. Wow. I've seen it here. Pretty good action.
I'd like to thank the deck for cooperating with
Yeah,
us.
seriously. I've seen some craziness.
It was 60, like almost 66. And then got hit it like 4 or 5 days later.
I'm just trying to think, like, roll back myself in Reggie's shoes. With the action in front of me, could I ever just fold a set of fours there? I don't know. Because jacks and kings is definitely a thing there. Now, the only thing I kind of
In
wonder, like,
both of, well,
yeah,
Jacks are in Brian's range.
would,
but
I
not.
was just wondering, like, would Jeremy ever open jam kings on a king high board? You know, I don't know. I mean, yes, there's a couple of straight draws,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he would. If he wouldn't, then
Yeah.
I guess I'm only worried about Brian having a set of jacks, and that's the only hand I really feel that I'm losing to. Then I
And
think
you
you just
probably
kind
should have did,
of
yeah.
just have to
Yeah,
call it
it's
off.
just kind of like a crying
I mean,
call a little bit.
Long-term folding sets on flops is, you know, on non, you know, like, you know, flush flops. Probably not optimal, but
Yeah. But every now and
Doubles
then.
the amount of whatever.
7-3 deuce rainbow here. Jeremy has the best hand with ace-6, ace high.
and Brian's spinning the wheel for his royal flush, getting some bonus money from the house.
5 times whatever you hit.
For real?
Yep,
5 times.
I love it. That's a good point that Dalton makes there. Please fold. He's not when the guy is now he's flashing you ready. I think I kind of mentioned that, alluded to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if, I couldn't tell, like, when Reggie called,
Yeah,
but, yeah, I definitely didn't like that. Like,
he's kind of holding the cards out there, kind of like,
definitely holding them out, like, he wanted a draw to fold or something, you know. He actually ended up having the opposite effect. 'Cause
yeah, like, okay, no,
the
you don't have
guy who's
kings
in
here.
the tank has bottom set and has you crushed, but yeah,
What'd you hit on the
don't
wheel?
like that.
150.
Is it like, yeah, shit. Was that like the lowest one though? Yeah.
Good job, Mike.
At least it wasn't a
Shaq's
whammy.
Peter
You
32,
get 5
yes.
whammies.
Make a 2-card royal flush, you get to spin a little wheel, and you get like
That's
5 times
right.
however much money you hit on the board.
Yep.
Jay?
No whammy. You ever heard that? No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
I think you get like
Find poker players in the house tonight.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just royals.
Yeah, just royal, I think.
1-card royals, 2-card royals. I think it just changes the multiplier. Yep.
Yep.
Straddle's on. Limp pot. I take it back.
45.
Peter opens up the pot. He's got queens in the big blind.
Look at it. They're watching it.
Brian and his newfound royal
Of
wealth.
course, it's been a while since somebody had a premium.
Yeah, it's been so long since someone had a big pair.
Yeah, that's the one where I just got freaking 2,000.
Brian's gonna come along with his 5s. See if he can't flop himself a little set ball. Jack 7 deuce, 2 spades. Peter's gotta kind of like this. He's gonna check. It's just him and Brian, yeah.
Brian's not having any of it.
Brian doesn't take the bait.
Drop it or through it.
6 on the turn. I would expect Peter to try to get a little value out of his hand here.
5.
That's 65. Now Brian might call here thinking that Peter might have been checking ace, king, ace, queen. Is now just trying to pick up the pot.
Yep, and I think, I think Peter's check on the flop actually gets him that call.
Spades get there. I'm surprised Peter checks. I don't think Brian would have checked back spades on the flop.
Yeah?
As it is,
Yeah,
Brian's
he's-
going to turn his hand into a bluff here. I'm a little surprised.
So, it's fine if you check here, but I think you have to check call.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And he's gonna do that.
And Peter gets the most value out of his
There you go.
hand.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't gonna get another call river, so. Very nice, Peter.
I'm surprised Brian turned his hand into a bluff there.
Yeah, I did too.
Over the turn,
Yeah, if you think he has ace king or
Look at how
ace
he's
queen,
covering his value.
then
I don't think you were ever expecting,
you
Peter
actually
to,
not, you have his hand beat.
and you're never expecting Peter to hero call there,
Right,
ever?
right.
I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't think so.
It's alright.
You might expect me to hero call there, but like then again, I
Yeah.
put the cape on and
Because I'm
yeah.
stationed.
All right, I've got 2 shinies and I can't fold. Put in the color chips. Nope, fair's good.
Bad enough I call the rebar.
You got to be kidding
You're
me.
good. Nope,
Welcome.
you're good.
Nope, you're good.
Kidding me? It's funny.
Jeremy Sposen. Sorry.
Is he in there? Oh.
Got his king. Straddle is on.
Looks like Jeremy reloaded a little bit.
That's a big open. How much did you make there? Was that 85? For really reals. 100. Smooth 10x. Outflop me if you can.
Interesting open. Maybe he just wants people to think he's
Steaming a little bit.
steaming, but then he shows ace king. So.
Oh, I didn't know. He said you didn't even know if you should look, and I was like, what?
I'm voting no.
Yeah, right?
I don't want any more calls tonight.
Okay, so I have a 6.
Yeah.
Should I even look at the 6?
Plastica says that Peter's folded this a few times. Not a bad when he. Not a bad bet when he gets his check. I don't know. I don't think Peter's. If Peter was saying had a pair of 10s there and we're just checking the flop because the jack was on board, didn't like the overcard, and then led turn, I still think he's check calling river. I just when Brian's calling there,
I
it's
think
because
when
he's.
Brian's beat there, Peter's calling a lot of the time. I mean, he might get like 7s or 8s
Yeah,
or
that's like-
9s or 10s
I don't know if Peter's. Is Peter really betting 7s, 8s, 9s
on the turn.
on the turn?
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe.
not.
Maybe not. Probably not.
He might bet like 10s. But
Bet at 25.
Play this crappy hand if they weren't have commentators, bloggers.
Shit, I don't give a shit. All them commentators and bloggers are gonna sit right here and go get some.
All those commentators and concerns pissed on it.
Hey, everybody.
We're popular. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not.
we're infamous.
I get made fun of all the time. You should have seen it. I shipped in. I Stone Cold Bluff shipped in 1,500 on the river. Got snapped all by a boat. Yep.
They're talking about possibly playing different
Hey,
or
next
not.
week I
I
came in.
guess,
Hey,
when,
John. Everybody knew my
people
name
are
and shit.
watching
Everybody
play.
sit down. Yeah, like that.
Damn, you got to call an invite to the game, didn't you?
You know what
I
I
think
mean?
Marty was saying like I would play some of these junk hands if like I wasn't being watched, basically.
Ah,
And they were like,
gotcha.
You're like, who cares?
Like she's saying, she's like, it's easy to see when you're looking at everything.
I would say the majority of the players don't care too much.
No.
Don't put too much.
Aren't too worried.
Stapes for Prez. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. If you're just tuning in now, you've missed some monster hands. The deck has cooperated completely with us and
Just like
pitching
flush
coolers.
draws
Well enough to bluff
versus
that you were the boss.
open
Sets
ended versus
versus top.
sets
Yeah.
versus top set. No big deal.
It's just
Full house against Royals. No big deal. Spoiler alert. Oops.
yeah.
This will be a good one to watch if someone wants to watch it.
John's the best. I love John.
Hey T-Berg, don't be putting down my people, okay? Don't put down my people. Them's my peeps.
I'm Jake Rosenstill, commentating with Deliverance tonight. Kelly G got 9s.
John does have the beard working
It's a lot of beard.
in full effect.
Alex would make the call.
That's how he hit that gutter and got paid.
It's science. I think maybe that's, I trimmed mine up and then I started like the run bad, like set it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, what were you thinking?
You should just like bring yours out, like
Maybe.
get back to playing some 2-card poker again.
Yeah.
The game I play regularly.
For sure. So we got 7-way action. 7-way action.
7-way, $15 pre-flop. Kelly opened it up with 9s. It seems that she has to feel like people are picking on her. They just always call her raise. 10-7-3. Reggie flops bottom 2. What's up with the 7th? Are they playing 7-3?
Yeah, what's this
Or
little
what?
prop that we don't know about? They don't even give
second-
Kelsey the courtesy of a continuation bet. They lead right into her.
Yeah.
Jeremy bets Reggie bets 20 and Jeremy makes it 50 to go. Bottom 2 for Reggie.
Versus pair of 10s, queen kicker.
Brian calls with a gut shot and backdoor clubs. Now action's back on Reggie
So sick.
with bottom 2. And
These three again.
He led bottom 2 again. Just like, I got the best of it. Suck it.
No, Reggie did this time.
Yeah, Reggie led
Last time
bottom
it was
2.
Jeremy, right? The 2-4?
That's right, yeah, with the 2-4, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And now, you got a raise to 140. Jeremy folds his 10, Brian calls.
5,000, 10,000. Let's go.
I mean, in Brian's defense, he is good at hitting gut shots.
Unfortunately for him, Kelly dumped 2 of the 9s.
Right.
And there's another 9
Drawing
folded pre, so
pretty slim.
Brian actually only has 1 out.
He thinks he has 4, though. I
The
mean,
5-6 gets there on the turn.
probably can't continue any further, I wouldn't think. Reggie's still feeling good about his 2-pair here.
I think about 400, and that'll do it.
It's a big boy bet.
Whee!
Alrighty. Reggie's like, you're not making a royal this time, buddy. Take her down.
Wow.
His middle name is Gutshot.
Richie!
Oh man. Oh man. Make sure you click that heart below the stream. Follow us.
And here we go again. Peter's now got jacks and Brian's got ace queen suited.
You do not want to miss this crazy action. So many setup hands tonight.
Right?
It's unreal.
The deck is good. Hope springs eternal. Brian's just gonna call the ace queen suited. It is Peter that opened. Peter does play pretty snug. Gonna bring Jeremy and Kelly into the pot as well, though.
Yeah, I think against a lot of other players, Brian might consider 3-betting this, but against Peter, he's gonna play it safe. Really?
And Queen Jack Deuce.
Really? Is that a real flop?
Middle set for Peter, top for Brian.
And Kelly's open-ended.
And Kelly's open-ended. And I just want to see Jeremy blast it here.
Oh no! Every time he said that, they have done it.
Yeah, I gotta watch what I say.
Just
I gotta watch what I say.
get it all.
The
in.
players all have earpieces, and they're just listening.
We're affecting the past.
Peter bets 50, and Brian plays back at him. Gets Kelly off her open-ended draw. There are diamonds on board. She might feel that there might be some dirty outs in there for her.
Nice lead by Peter.
Yep, that's a lot of jacks, Peter.
If he just mucks right now, I'll cry.
And now Peter checks here. I expect Brian to check back a lot.
Oh.
Especially when that card comes off.
Sick turn.
It's gonna check, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I would think that would kill the action a little bit.
Nope.
Oh,
Brian's in the pot, so 200.
Brian's like, maybe Brian suspects that when Peter leads and then calls his raise, that Brian is actually behind.
And so now
he's just turning his hand into a bluff.
Now he's just capturing the hand into a bluff.
I mean, I think he's capable of it. Kelly's straight got there.
Brian gives up.
Check.
And that's a lot of jacks for Peter, and it's good.
Wow. Peter's like, oh, that turn was so gross. Yeah, I guess Kelly's straight got their own turn. She could not
It was
really
a diamond,
stay,
though. It was a diamond.
Yeah, that's a pretty action turn card.
So I wonder, though, how that hand changes if Kelly calls the raise from Brian. And then the king comes off. Well, one, does Peter reopen the action on the flop? You know, against two opponents instead of just one. And then if he doesn't and the king comes off, but it's a diamond, and Kelly, let's say, check calls, and it gets back to Peter, then does he let it go? Does he shut down? Does he get gagged, get a little bit aggro there?
Yeah. I think it all depends what happens on the flop, because I think if Kelly flats the raise,
then Peter
would come over the top with this set. You know, you don't want to go against two opponents out of position with a set on that board. Pretty draw heavy. Especially if Kelly just just flatted there. It looks like
she's gonna have
a big draw.
She's gonna have a lot of draws there.
Yeah, so I think he would have probably came over the top.
Jack 3-4, 2 hearts. Jeremy's got the queen 6 of hearts. He's very live. No one's got a jack. No one with a pair. Inside straight draw for Marty. Showing to the wheel. He also has backdoor spades, and he's gonna bet it.
Kelly with a couple overs. Kelly's like, okay, I guess I can't win a hand tonight.
Marty bets 40, and Jeremy immediately raises him to 100.
Wow.
It's only 60 to call. Problem, Mr. Marty's out of position, but his hand can be pretty well disguised here. If a deuce comes off, it's unlikely for Jeremy to be putting him on exactly ace-5. Also, sending him back where spades getting there. Marty folds. I think it's one of those hands where if Marty's hand gets there, he's got a greater chance of getting paid than some of the obvious draws.
Yeah.
Assuming that if he's expecting his opponent to actually have a value hand that can call if he does get there.
Which he doesn't.
Which he doesn't. So.
Yeah, I think Marty's just like a little bit frustrated. Anytime he does kind of step out of line just a little bit,
Yeah.
Someone raises him.
I wonder if we've seen so many big hands, get there tonight and flop and happen. I wonder at some point does that get into players like Psyche, it's just one of those, some players are superstitious.
Like all of a sudden your hand values.
Yeah, just like
starts
oh god, I don't know.
changing
Everyone's getting everything.
Like no, I guess I have to have like a
Two pair plus, nuts better.
Straight or better.
Nuts are better.
Nuts are better. Nuts with nut redraw,
Yeah, the nuts aren't even safe. So it happened with Kelly's top set. I mean, not to try to pour salt on them there, but
yeah. Like you gotta love that action heads up. And once it's three-way action, you're just like, please hold.
Yeah. Just one time.
Hold one time. Clear the board. E4K now. I'm losing it.
Gotta have him to lose it. Jeremy's at 45 to go with his fives.
Touche.
Someone folded fours.
What?
No.
No.
Yes, no, someone folded fours. I don't like it. No. We're backing up the action again.
JK.
Operation Nevermind. And ace deuce 7, 2 diamonds. Someone folded fours.
I think Kelly may have.
She did. She did.
I think Kelly's over these cards tonight.
And Jeremy snap calls the inside straight draw. Also with the best hand of the fives. Check, check. Shows the fives. You got a whole one pair.
He's about to muck.
Alright guys, good luck. Come close. Anybody? Alright guys, good luck.
I'm Lyman's son. Welcome to the game here. We're playing 5-5. No limit hold'em. The $10 straddle has been frequent. And the action has been real. The deck has cooperated with us quite a bit. Getting a lot of love from the deck.
And they do have hummus here. If you are in the mood.
Oh, pretty good hummus. I'm told. Pretty good hummus. I like hummus.
How are you?
Veronica swears that Costco has the best Polish dogs ever. She
The
loves
what?
Veronica. She says, Angry Polak, she says
Yeah.
that Costco has the best Polish dogs ever.
Costco?
Yeah, that's what she says.
Okay, okay.
She loves them.
Okay.
It's weird. She Snapchats eating them like in slow motion though. It makes it kind of awkward,
Yeah.
but it's like whatever.
I'll definitely take her word for it on the sausage front, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna trust her in this.
Anyway, Marty has checks.
More big pairs. Being such jerkers that Veronica hates.
That's really funny.
So raise to 45, called by Brian and John with
Trolling
spades.
hard.
6-5 Dewey. Couple of diamonds.
Marty finally has the best hand. We'll see if he can take one down here.
Andy Avalanche asking if you're going to come and go to Reno for the Deep Stacks main. That's at the end of the month, right?
I was going to, but
Then life happened.
I'm going to be covering the circuit in
Foxwoods.
Connecticut. Yeah, Foxwoods.
Hey!
Yep. I'll be there barreling some blogs,
Nice.
counting some chips,
Click.
covering.
I'm excluded from Veronica's Thanksgiving Costco sausage party.
Veronica, you don't mean it. You don't hate us. You don't mean it.
She takes all the
tough
sausages
family love.
and she stuffs them in the turkey.
Oh
Really,
my
really
gosh.
strange.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
like a
great.
turducken, but like different.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Hope I get an invite.
Limp pot.
That's all good. We'll be doing our
And that probably shouldn't connect with a lot of limped hands, albeit for clubs and small aces. First slider wins. Alex with a nut, no pair.
Queen high, good.
Deuce. And Peter gets there. He'll pick up the loose change. Peter gets there, Jeremy gets there.
I'm so confused.
Jeremy value bets it. I love it.
He doesn't want to chop. He doesn't want to chop.
No, Peter.
Oh,
Peter bet.
bet.
Jeremy
Oh,
calls.
Sick.
Jeremy's got the sickness. I love it.
So sick.
lucky table.
Duck, duck, goose.
11-ish.
Let's get Flash Gordon into a pot again. It's been a while.
Andy Avalanche says, Bobby the dealer from Peppermill says hi to me. Bobby is my birthday buddy.
Is he really?
We have the same birthday.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah. And he was celebrating his birthday one night, and I was like,
That night, the same night that it was your birthday?
it was like the night before or something, because he was off that night, and I was like, oh, we have the same birthday. And we like hugged and everything, and then the next day I was like, Bobby, what's up? And he was just like,
I can't talk about
he
that.
was dealing, and he was like giving me the cold shoulder, like he didn't know what
Wow.
happened. I was like, don't you remember
Well,
last
it also,
night? And
it
he was
also
like,
was like 11 a.m. and you were barreling pretty hard already, if I recall. Day 2 of like a 250K guarantee.
I don't know
main
what you're
event.
talking about.
Yeah.
Raise the 40.
We ended up having our birthday drinks, but yeah, please tell Bobby what's up. What up, Bobby? And good luck, Andy, in the tournaments.
John makes it 35 to go. 7-8 at puppy feet.
All right, Andy Avalanche, that's enough. No more.
Brian calls. Both players have clubs here. John and Brian, that is. And Jeremy's got bottom too.
Wow.
Everyone just stuff
wow.
it.
Just get it in.
You think I'm folding?
Where?
Watch how this plays
Right
out.
here? Oh.
John, no spoilers.
Oh my gosh. I just realized he has a gut shot too.
Gut shot, flush straw.
Wow.
Brian's got a better flush straw. Jeremy's got bottom too.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. Fireworks.
Whee! Look at Jeremy.
Just keeps going.
John.
All right, John. Let's see. So John made it. Is that only 45? It looks like 55.
John bets 45. Brian calls.
Flats.
And Jeremy's at 150 to go. If you think that you can ever get Jeremy off a 10, I think Raisey's an excellent option. If you don't think he's ever folding any 10s, jacks plus, then your only option is to flat, and you should have a lot of equity in the spot. Unfortunately for him, Brian's blocking a 6 for his gutter ball and has better clubs.
I'm slightly concerned that Brian's going to pull out a lot of his hair in his hands.
Now, Brian does also have to worry about being up against better club draws. It's a harder spot for him to call than it is for John. I take it back. Brian's just gonna stuff
He
it.
just ships it. Wow.
And bottom 2 for Jeremy, and he's kind of like, God, every time again.
So interesting after just flatting. Like,
The sickness.
what is he repping here? Like, he could have. I don't know. I mean, if he has a set, he probably just.
I mean, that's like the one really big hand he can have. He was like trapping with a slut, with a slut, with a set. And now if you're
Those sleds, man.
if you're Jeremy, I think you just get it in because, like I said, once Brian flats, He can't have 4s or 5s. You're blocking that. He can. No. Is it? Wow. No way.
Wow. Is he just thinks someone
Is
has
just gonna cold fold? He's up.
cold fold?
But I guess it's not
What's
a cold
he
fold.
afraid of here? Oh,
You're blocking 5. You're whoa. Bottom 2.
You're blocking
He throws
bottom
it away.
2 sets. I mean,
You're
Smith
only
could
losing-
possibly have top set.
That's the only thing you're
it's
losing to.
unlikely.
You're ahead of all the other. And there's so many draws.
Not like this.
And if you're John, after Brian flats and then gets in the back raise, you can't be in love with it. But I mean, God, you're supposed to be so
Brian just shipped
so
it, right?
live here.
Oh my god.
How much is it? God,
I mean,
875
do
to call.
you think he's like concerned at all about a bigger flush draw?
You got to be concerned about better flush draws. On the other hand, like, I mean, not from Jeremy's perspective.
It's almost
Where
like you
Jeremy
can
folded
hear
5-4.
John think this hand through. It's almost as if.
But the one thing John can be worried about Brian slow playing a small set here,
set,
4s
yeah.
or 5s. He can be worried about that. If you're Jeremy, you don't worry about that. You got 5-4, right? I mean, I don't know how Jeremy got away there.
Yeah.
How he folded. I mean, because you're only losing to a set of 10s.
So against a set, do you call here?
Call it, run it 3 times, and hate it.
Yeah. Especially if you can run it 3 times.
Yeah, straight draw, flush draw. The grossest straight draw with it. For this guy.
Did you run it multiple times?
What's,
We run it twice.
Okay,
so they're gonna run it twice. 7-8 got
Got
there.
there.
I feel a lot better.
John
on
gets
the-
there on the gets the
Straight
straight.
on the straight. Always
John
nice to
has
have
the
that
first
straight
one.
redraw.
Dink.
Wow.
Wow.
Makes the turn on
Whoa. And Brian, who's got
Brian is so disgusting.
Brian's got the one hand that's got John in a really bad place. He's got better clubs, and he's blocking a 6.
Run better, John. Run better. That's so sick.
And Brian, after winning a monster pot earlier with a royal flush,
Oh my gosh. Ships it all over to John.
sends it all the way.
Wow.
That's why I bet the 100.
Wow.
If Brian hadn't shaved his beard, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and I think this is a classic like beard.
The gravitational pull of the beard.
Yeah,
It's
just
obvious.
like a classic beard win here.
See what I mean? That's why I can't call it.
Just run out the jack niner,
It's a nice hand.
and then
I have no problem.
pink 6, fade all the clubs. Fade all those outs you thought you had.
Wow,
You gotta
wow,
fade
wow.
all those clubs you thought you
Wow.
needed.
Wow, yeah, exactly.
Can I get a club? No club.
So sick. Let me miss my flush one time. 2 times.
I had one.
Wow, so sick. So sick. John was over here trolling us over here. Trying to spoil.
Now, going back to Brian getting in the back race. Jeremy, we've seen him make plays at pots and then fold to pressure, which we just saw him do there. Once John just flats
Close. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jeremy, because he flatted
You don't
Jeremy's
call, and I call.
initial bet, or no,
Yeah,
and then flatted the raise, right? Because I'm trying how do you flat the initial bet? Because it
Hold
was
on,
check
hold
raise.
on.
It was check raised
Jeremy
by
checked.
Jeremy check raised.
Yeah.
It was check bet by
Bet-
John,
John bets.
flat by Brian, check raised by Jeremy, and then John flats. So from Brian's perspective, that once he bets and then flats the raise, that he can be really, really strong there either.
Yeah.
So now Brian can just like free roll all his equity and just rip it there. And he thinks he can get. I'm sure he's now. If Brian's not trying to get Jeremy to pull 2 pair there, but he feels he can probably get
Yeah.
Jeremy off a 10.
Yeah,
And
maybe like
same thing-
ace 10 or something.
Yeah. And John can never be super strong there because he just flats.
He flats with Brian behind him.
With Brian behind him. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
And he's blocking the 6.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
And he's blocking the 6.
He had like 70%, right, on the ball.
Yeah.
I check.
Yeah, the mucho.
No, I check.
Should have ran it 3 times. If they would have run it 3 times, I think I think Brian would have won 2 out of 3.
Sick needle. Sick.
Sorry. I was just trying to confuse people. But
Brian's outside slashing our tires.
gave it away. No, that's very sick. I mean, especially when Brian gets Jeremy to fold the best hand with 2 pair. He gets a smaller flush to call off.
Just enough, right? You did it
And one where you're also blocking the straight draw.
So sick. Yeah, and a blocker.
God.
Yeah, always good to have those extra straight outs.
Always. It's crazy to think that Brian won a 3-way jam up pot with a Rivered Royal,
Yeah.
and then gets it in with 70% plus,
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
and it's felted.
That's pretty gross.
Live
Only
poker's
at
rigged.
Stones.
Only at Stones.
Pretty much.
Jesus, what a mess.
Wow.
And here we go, Queens and Ace King.
Oh my gosh. John
Pinochle.
raises to 25 with Ace King running decent. Reggie, run good versus run good here.
I feel like all I'm doing is just like getting excited and yelling at like the team, like, oh my god! And then this.
John, such a bad call. You never get into
John makes it 25 to go. Reggie gonna 3-bet out of the small blind
Oh man.
to 105.
Do you think he's counting on you calling?
I think this is a good just call by John.
I don't know. I don't know what he thought. I don't think he cared.
Reggie 3-betting out of the blinds is usually gonna be pretty strong. And a lot of players with their 3-betting range is specifically and only Queen plus, sometimes Jacks plus. Ace King just doesn't fare incredibly well against that range of hands. As it is, John has about the best spot he can be, and he does have 2 live overs. And you never obviously folding Ace King
And
there.
Daniel comes along too with King Jack suited.
10-10-4. Reggie.
Pretty
Oh,
good
this is the
club
best
for
of it.
Reggie. $225, pretty big sizing here. Don't think anyone can do anything
I'll call if he doesn't mind me.
but to fold.
And that's what players take into consideration there. The way John played Ace King there, I think he played it right. A lot of players are going to get over invested with Ace King. I mean, we see memes and jokes and T-shirts and shit, with Ace King. But it's just one of those spots where you figure like a lot of your players' 3-betting range is only Jacks plus, or often it's like really tight players will only be 3-betting Queens plus. I mean, Ace King just is against that range of hands, against Kings, Queens, Aces. You're only flipping in one of those areas, and you crushed it in every other time.
Yeah.
So I'm getting overly invested in marrying, or sometimes these hands against snug players, especially when they're 3-betting out of the blinds. I think just like folding, just like folding to any 3-bet there, it's a little too snug. Mm-hmm. But still, it's just one of those hands where I'm definitely not in love with it.
But what if they're suited?
Oh, then that's 4-bet, 5-bet. Rip it, snip it, stuff it. Just let it get there.
Rip it, snip it.
There's no way this guy's going.
No, I really want
I want to know. I
We're making new shirts.
They're like, oh, he's not folding. He's so
Mine was
crushed.
pretty,
We run it twice. You think,
Wow.
Is that it?
I don't want
And just let it get there, Just let it get there. So crazy.
Oh my.
Kentucky suitor.
Oh man. Kentucky suited. Maybe that should be my brand. What happened?
They're serving booze in the outer tables.
Ah.
That's what's happening over there.
They lifted the alcohol ban, everyone. Get down here.
Prohibition's over.
Prohibition and probation are over.
Yeah.
Get down to Stones quick.
The ankle bracelet's off. We're partying. Jesus.
Snippet. Is that the snippet part? You gotta snip your bracelet off.
Barrels.
Whee! So, where you're sitting, right?
Oh my, what a game.
Straight draw, butt draw?
If I had won a three-way mashup with a Rivered Royal and then got pelted later on in the night, I would have to take a walk and rethink life. Like that's just like this shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
This is one of those like, dream spots where you tell like, oh my god, I crushed again. There's just one last hand, and it's just not supposed to ever go back the other way.
Yeah. Especially
When you get in that good.
Yeah. It's pretty sick. Pretty sick shove there.
And look at the smile on John's face. John's having a great time. Alex
John's
has
loving
aces.
it, dude. When you win a pot like that, like
And just
it's almost like the fewer outs you had, the better.
Right.
The better it feels.
Oh, yeah. And they're still talking about the hand. And it's just like,
Yeah. And Alex with aces, obviously. Don't see him getting too much action here. Peter has the suited ace 10. Don't expect him to go too crazy. Peter did raise it up to 20. Look at John's stack right now. Oh my gosh.
Red Chip Warrior.
Oh my gosh. Those red chips are $5. Green are $25. A few of them have white chips, maybe?
Shaq's Peener asked us seat
Those are 100.
3 or seat 4 played a single hand. One of the very first hands we had was seat 3.
I see that hand going over there. I want to hear what they have to say.
That would be Alex.
Is that a real question? Has Flash
Triple
Gordon
barreling
played
the
again?
rebluffing with 7-3 off.
Yeah, he played one pretty amazing hand. I think that was all he needed to do.
And has locked it down since.
Yeah.
Well, after
Wow,
you show that one, like
yeah, you can't really mess around anymore, and he's only had a couple other like
little spots where you might get even like struck value.
Yeah, nothing big though.
Were there 2 spades in the flop?
Yes. So Alex 3-bets to 60. Peter comes along, and the flop is king high 2 spades.
And Alex checks it over to Peter.
Deuce. Peter's gonna bet it.
And I think you're gonna see a check raise here from Alex. I love it.
Yeah, Alex definitely not folding.
How was that game?
He's gonna check raise. Rep some kings. Shove spades.
And Peter snap shove spades.
No.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
Peter snap shove
What
spades.
is this? This is real life?
Alex has got a call, obviously.
Dude,
Alex calls.
it's one of those
once or
nights
twice.
where everyone's just like, yeah, you gotta just
10
shove
more
flush
five.
draws. Wow, how does he miss? Did he only run it once?
Only run it once?
Oh, wow. Peter's gonna double Alex up. So someone just asked if Alex has played a hand.
Yes.
It turns out yes.
Well, that's like
He's
we
played two,
alluded
and
to.
he won
One of
them.
those early hands when he rebluffed when he shoved the 7-3,
Yeah.
no pair, no draw,
Yeah.
and showed it down. It's not like you can go out and start like picking off people, and
Exactly.
you gotta kind of lock it down after
And
that.
the only other really big hand he played was with the Kings. Remember, against John's ace queen, and John ran him down.
With
Runner, runner.
River King,
Yeah,
River
king
top
on the
set
river.
for John straight.
John makes Broadway. That was the only other like big hand that he played.
What a crazy, crazy night.
Wow.
Maybe I'll remember that time. Every hand was dealt and everything got there, or everything was like. Wow. It's like all those nights where
And
we're like.
everyone just like puts their whole stack in and then gets there.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Kentucky Justice. Hold on, what? Yeah, there's been a lot of gamble in this game for sure.
Absolutely.
We got our buddy Jerry in the game now.
Jerry.
Jerry.
John's got kings. God damn.
What is happening?
Night.
Winner, winner, Costco dinner. I like the Costco jokes.
Oh, wonderful.
And Jeremy has aces.
Oh my god, aces versus kings here.
Wow.
Marty makes 35 to go. Jeremy picks up aces.
Getting towards the last hand of the night here, and it is just still going crazy.
God. Unbelievable. It's a 3-bet to 70. Jeremy clicks back. And John is just gonna flat here.
Oh.
John cold calls
How does he
kings.
know? How does he know? That is so sick, especially with Marty behind him.
It's gonna price in Marty.
Man, that's a pretty good spot.
Can we get an ace? Can we get an ace king six flop? Can we get an ace king six one time?
We're so sick. Jack 10 7.
That's the next best thing.
Yeah.
Not really.
Meh.
Pretty wet board.
Not impressed.
This board misses everyone, but it should slow down the action enough. That's going to have a lot of these players' hands in it. A lot Rational would think. Jeremy comes out swinging with the aces. That's 100.
Can't see John folding to one bet.
Yeah, John's got to at least call here. I don't see him raising. I don't think there's a. Well, okay. I take everything back about stuff.
Well, I guess this is kind of the problem with not raising pre-flop. You know, he's not really sure where he's at. Like, he feels like he should have the best hand here.
I really prefer flatting in this spot.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, the board is so wet.
Mucho.
I'm just saying, I think he feels like he's under-repped his hand, maybe, and
yeah, his
for
hand's
that reason,
yeah.
he thinks he should be like way ahead here. But you can't love a call, you know. 8 on the turn.
Jay Gray asks, why would you not raise? This table's insane. Because I don't think there's a lot of worse hands that call you.
Yeah.
And it's a very draw-heavy board, yes. But that board's also going to have a lot of what these guys have here, especially when you got a player like John, or no, I'm sorry, not John, Marty was still behind there, who had originally opened up the pot.
Yeah, and he is going to slow it down now and check back this 8 turn. 8 on the river.
Oh, he was kidding. Sorry.
We take things literally here.
Yeah.
I mean,
is this live?
It's so sick too. You know, the way that board ran out, like super wet, they're both happy to check down there, and that's pretty fortunate for John.
Yeah, the eight's an action killer.
On certain boards.
The 8's an action killer, diamond's action killer.
Yeah, even certain turns, he could have lost a lot.
You see Jeremy like shaking his head like, God, how did we not just get it all in pre? How did we not just get matched up there?
Yeah, he might be a little annoyed that John didn't raise pre-flop.
Hey, turn 8, cool, bet, throw 5 at it, I'm out.
Copy that, Bob.
River 8 though, I was like, hey, that's not bad, River guard.
It's been a really fun night, you guys.
Right?
And then we just run aces and the kings. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
You're never
run
folding,
aces
right?
and the kings, and for like the smallest pot of the night. What?
The only thing more than one where I was like, we can keep playing, it's just the stream.
Yeah,
Marty's betting on horses.
Thank you for listening all to the board.
He's hedging his bets.
Right.
So this will be our last hand. Not the aces versus kings. Could win out with a bang.
Right.
Hey, and the one time I'm just like, man, I ain't gonna re-raise pre-flop here. Oh my god.
Yeah, John's just raving about his
flat.
his just like spidey sense right now is on.
Pre-flop, I might have done something really dumb.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
John,
I never flat there, and I
John's
just flat
up big
it.
in this game. I wonder, if he's not a big winner,
Yeah.
I think he definitely plays the hand of
I think so too. I think he would try to go for more value pre-flop if he was not up so much.
You would like to run out.
The only one that's going to like my hand is the people watching. Because they can see your cards.
Play PLO last hand. Steelers, I do like that suggestion.
And hopefully they
Don't
say,
like
hey,
the
you probably
Steelers,
caught a
but I like that suggestion.
What's wrong with the Steelers?
I'm from Cincinnati. I can't like the Steelers.
Oh, that's right. You have no taste.
They want to mention me, but just come after you.
Bengals
Like,
for
yeah, he's there
life.
for punished. They're to run this into this.
How much are we looking at?
What do I got to pay you to see you do the Icky Wood shuffle? What do I got to pay you to see that happen?
I mean, depends what you're paying me in. If you're paying me in drinks, it'll probably happen. Probably more likely. Prepay.
Got a little chunk of that, but I have to wait.
Yeah. Either $100 cash or just buy like $40 worth of drinks.
Way more likely. So A7 deuce flop here, 2 spades. Jeremy and John battling it out again. John with the mystery hand. Jeremy's gonna look him up. It's the last hand. He can't fold a pair.
Uh-oh.
Can't fold a pair on the last hand. It's asinine.
Oh, careful.
125 from
What do you
John.
think John has right now?
Ace, Jack.
I think he has Jack high. Ship it, Jeremy.
Stuff it.
Stuff it.
Rip it, snip it, stuff it.
Rip it.
You showed
snip
Ace
it,
Jack.
Stuff it.
Where's the 3 at? Where's the deuce at? Where's the
Wow, big bet with Ace Jack. Very nice.
Ace Jack's and that's on that board.
Yeah, for sure.
So there we see John's our big winner for the evening. We all saw where it came from. 3-way mashup that just like, how did all these big hands happen
There were
tonight?
several 3-way mashups. That's like the sickness.
Crazy. Set versus flush draw versus straight draw versus, with Kelly.
Yeah.
And then
Just
the
a lot of draws getting there.
set versus aces versus royal draw. Just crazy.
Just, yeah, the sickness. It was a very gambly
Live poker's rigged.
game. Crazy hands.
What do we got coming up this Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? Is it 5:10?
Yeah, I think it's 5:10.
5:10 this Wednesday, guys.
Check it out, 7 p.m. As usual. Make sure you hit that follow button. Click the heart under the stream if you have not already.
Check it out. Get notified. We'll let you know when we're going live. And this Sunday is our 40K guarantee 350 buy-in last Sunday of the month tournament. Get down here. It's a one-day event now. Come on down and play some cards. All we deal is big pairs. I mean, everyone loves that, right?
I mean, it's fun to get those. Especially when they hold.
Right on, guys.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, the Sunday, the tournament on Sunday, the final table will be live streamed that night.
That evening, yeah. So
Yeah.
be on standby. Make sure you hit the heart button. That way you can know when we do go live.
That's right.
Assuming that all you guys don't make the final table, because I know you're all wizards and you all will.
True story. Get
Right
down
on.
here.
Right on, guys. All right, good night.
Have a good night.
She's going crazy, the only way she's ever known. I can't explain it, the way she gets into the zone. But when she's got that look, it's the one and only way to go.